And now's the time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there. And we've got to lead it.
True internet suffer depression.
Who are fake news?
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. If I can circle back, I'll circle back with you.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to the 330th episode of the season of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
And I'm Brian.
And we're just two guys drinking some beer, talking about what's going on. We got one of our regulars with us once again, El Guapo, our token brown person and illegal immigrant.
Yep. All of that. If you see me in Mexico, you know what happened.
Wait, yeah. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind. You might even want to contact Trump yourself and have him send you to El Salvador. You'll pay for the trip. El Salvador is kind of nice right now, isn't it?
I know. I do. We haven't. So Salvadorians are bitching about like, oh, we got all these people, immigrants coming to take our jobs and shit like that. But at the same time, they're making their own. Like people from Nicaragua because they live in a communist country. So moved to El Salvador and they look the same, so you don't know who's who, you know. But they're doing like selling ice creams, doing like little like tedious stuff like that. And it's like, when you get upset, they want to create their own job, you know. You didn't want to do this thing, you know.
Yeah, it's one thing if you had an ice cream cart set up and this guy came and took your business away, but if no one was doing it, like what the dude make a buck?
Yeah, he just created a job for himself, so what you complaining about, you know? You could do this, but they're like, oh, I'm too good to do that, you know, because everybody want to be engineer or fucking something else,
well,
you know?
Well, we'll definitely get into immigration. We'll definitely get into that because that's something I wanted to bring up too. The whole, these are jobs that no one wants to do. And it's like, no, you don't want to do it. you know?
Right. There's a difference.
Yeah. All right. We got a little bit of follow-up to come through here. Now there's a senator, I guess, a Democrat or whatever, demanding we have to do the shoes off thing at the airport again. We've been talking about this almost every freaking week for like 2 months now.
Yeah. And I paid for pre-check just so I wouldn't have to take my shoes off anymore. It is freaking theater.
Yeah.
Taking shoes off, going through the X-ray machine is not going to do anything for anything except be an inconvenience and slow down the whole process.
And bother people because who wants to see everybody's nasty socks with holes in them? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think.
Or go barefoot.
This is the perfect chance for fucking Trump to do propaganda. Put his face, a senator, like this is what he want to do, and put a QR code, like this is what he said, the bill he want to propose, you know. So vote him out, you know, kind of deal, because he want to do this stupid rule, you know, and nothing will change. I didn't hear you.
Excellent. All right, I was just making sure that mute thing worked.
No, fine.
Apparently, the wife isn't certain what time the show starts because sometimes we're a little late, which has not been an issue since Brian is no longer the president of the VFW.
You resign?
I'm in Michigan
moved to
now.
Michigan.
No, but you do resign? Or?
No, I'm still the senior vice commander until the end of May.
Oh, okay. So they can just vote you out, something like that.
They already voted me out.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, as soon as you said I'm leaving the state, like, all right, we need to find someone to do this job,
Well,
right?
I know.
Yeah, but the elections where they just had elections this last week, so.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. So what's are we going to be wearing shoes or not? Like,
no, that's what I was telling Brian, that this is a perfect time to put propaganda. Like, hey, this senator want to bring back shoes, no shoes in the airport to, you know. So put his QR code with the bill he want to propose, and the video him talking about it, so he can get voted out. You know, you too dumb for this. Why not?
Yeah, there you go.
You know, like how many airports there are? Just put a little thing, you know, with his QR code videos. Like, hey, you keep it. You want to keep it in power because he's too dumb to realize this shit. You know, he just like tedious shit just to see like he can do it. You know.
Well, yeah, exactly. One, it slows everything down. I don't think it made us any safer. And let's be real, this isn't like the 1950s where everybody dressed up nice to fly. Like
Right.
you get dudes in like sweatpants with holes in them. You want to see their nasty feet and socks?
Yeah, or like they're wearing
Well, with the people
sandals.
in sandals, you have to walk around barefoot. That's gross.
Yeah, like yeah.
Airports are nasty, and we all know that. People coming from all over the world with all sorts of weird illness.
And we let them in.
Well, I mean, shoot, you go somewhere, you might bring back some weird. Not even necessarily you go somewhere, but someone
Monkeypox.
comes to visit, you might bring something that you're immune to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, isn't that basically how we brought smallpox to the natives? It was like we didn't. We had immunities to this stuff from having already dealt with it. And everyone's like, "Oh, they gave him smallpox blankets on purpose." We didn't understand germ theory. Germ theory didn't show up until like 1850 something, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that you know that shit.
Yeah, they didn't realize that this virus is all over the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened with the Supreme Court and Bannon?
Oh,
Someone's heard it was contempt of Congress or something like that.
No,
Yeah. That too.
They declare he was a contempt of Congress, so they dismissed it. It's just a procedure, probably paperwork, but he already did time.
He still served time in prison. Does he have?
Yeah, well,
does he
they're
have
not gonna
any?
give him- yeah, they're not going to give him time. It's just paperwork. I know, that's
Does he get to sue the federal government now for?
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Wrongful imprisonment.
Mm.
Which I gotta laugh at. They're all saying right now. They're all coming out and saying we're taking names. We're gonna put them all in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is literally what you're accusing Trump of doing right now.
Yeah, yeah. He's like halfway through the term. We haven't done anything Hitler-esque,
That's the thing is I actually watched a video today about this. The Democrats have no idea what they stand for. The average person who votes Democrat doesn't know what the party stands for.
No.
They just know that it's not Trump.
They just want to they say whatever they have to say to get elected, or they go with the fucking whatever the masses want, and that's what they go for. They just power.
But the thing is, it's not
power.
even the masses. It's just the loudest, most obnoxious people.
And they don't realize that shit.
But yeah, so it looks like he may get the whole thing dismissed and thrown out.
It did already. I think the Krogers.
Oh, it did. Okay, when this
Yeah.
when this article came out, it was still in the process.
Yeah.
And we haven't mentioned Guthrie lately. Apparently, TMZ has said that they've been informed that she is dead.
Guthrie.
Yeah.
Savannah
Yeah,
Guthrie's mother.
Savannah Guthrie's mother.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Guthrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went to Mexico. Or TMZ went to
No,
Mexico.
she was kidnapped and taken to Mexico. She lived on the other
Oh.
side. She lived on the Arizona border.
So what, they thought they could ransom her back because her daughter was famous?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Is Mexico doing anything about this? Like,
It's a Mexican mafia. It's not a cartel. I think it's a Mexican mafia.
That's what I'm saying. Is Mexico, like the proper government, investigating this, trying to find out what happened, or is this your typical ransom case gone wrong? And then Mexico just says, if they come in and turn themselves in, we'll arrest them.
Apparently, it's a guy calling in like, "Hey, I can point you out where the body is. I mean, where you can get her." And now he's like, "Well, if you give me like half a Bitcoin, I can tell you where the body is." But
Right. He wants
The-
reward
the-
money. He wants the crypto reward money.
but the U.S. government is not talking to Mexico. Mexico, they're like, "Okay, what do you guys? They don't know what the fuck is going on."
That's what I was curious. Is Mexico has the United States contacted Mexico to say, hey, get on this, or at least let us?
Depends how fucking ego gets in the way, because apparently this fucking state and the federal, they were battling this out about this fucking whose jurisdiction is this,
Yes, but we could consider that terrorism, kidnapping and ransoming someone and taking them out of the country.
Yeah, but by the time the FBI got to it, the crime scene was
Not even
badly
that, dude.
contaminated.
Not even that. If we have hostages somewhere, we don't negotiate with these terrorists. We send in freaking Delta Squad or a SEAL team and
Where?
extract them like they're Maduro.
That's the thing, where like nobody knows where to go.
Hey, if you can't find these people, you can't find these people, unfortunately. This sounds like a situation where we would actually send in an elite team to arrest the terrorists. You know what I mean? Just like Bin Laden or any other evil man we've gone and arrested or assassinated. Okay. Been looking for this case for a while. I saw something come up about it a week ago. Irina Zarutska, remember her? She was
the Ukrainian got stabbed.
yes, in the side of the neck, right through like right through the artery. And the guy who stabbed her said, "Yeah, I got that white bitch." What pissed me off is that people just sat there and watched, and no one even tried to help, even though you weren't gonna be able to save her, but no one even tried to do anything.
Well, I don't know if you noticed the video because he stabbed her
Twice, I thought.
Huh?
Yeah, she like put her hand to her neck, like I'm not sure what happened, but
the same time she wasn't screaming. She knows she was dying. So all this saw it's like emotion, like you just don't know what's going on. She just screamed on that thing, and when the man she's dead, so like you're just like trying to. We Monday quarterback in this now because we can see the video, but did he know that?
correct. But like you said, within a minute or two, she was dead because
you didn't know, like,
went through the
like,
artery.
is she-
The blood would have been everywhere.
Well, you seen the video?
Yeah, immediately there wasn't, but we didn't
like
watch
he
her.
probably ran down her body and stuff because she was covering it, and like, so it wasn't like in the movies and shit, you know.
Actually, arterial spray is a real thing. It depends on what the wound is like.
Yeah, but the video itself, it doesn't show that. Like you just trying to figure out like what's going on, you know, like if she just passed out or like. But
yeah, no one tried to stop the guy.
Did they cut the feet? I don't know after that, so I don't know.
That was probably when all the blood started spilling out everywhere and pooling up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, Connecticut recently made a private company take down a mural to Irina Zarutska because they said it was too political, while across the street there's a BLM mural, which is not political. I found that very interesting.
Hey, the Adams too just made touchdown to her.
Yeah, and since last week when that happened, now her alleged killer has been deemed not fit to stand trial and is going to be staying at a mental facility, a psychiatric facility, until such time he is deemed ready to stand trial. If I were this guy, I would make sure I stayed in that facility the rest of my life because it's going to be much nicer than the jail cell, the prison cell. You know what I mean? But this is nuts. This just blows my mind, and no one gave a shit. Not even on the bus, like at all in the country. There was a brief little outrage, but you were immediately racist for saying, "What the fuck," you know? So wonderful. You can't dedicate a mural to her, and we're not even going to be trying her murderer. And remember, folks, she is a Ukrainian refugee. She's not some white woman. She fled the war in Ukraine to come here. The very immigrants you want to come into this country.
Yeah.
Because I'm cool with actual refugees. Granted, Ukraine probably had somewhere else they could have gone instead of the United States.
Yeah.
But actual refugees, like if you're running away from communism and end up here, I'm probably going to let you stay. But if you're coming across the border for economic growth, that's what the problem is.
Well, that's the privilege of being a woman because you can escape a country and guys have to stay behind and fight the war.
Yeah. Jeez. We haven't talked much about what's going on in Ukraine in a while, but apparently there's a serious death toll over there. Like, holy crap, they're running out of people to fight.
Yeah. Well, they just made a deal with Japan.
Ukraine did?
Yeah, because they're so good with the drones technology. They sold a bunch of drones technology to Japan to defend themselves against China.
The Ukrainians sold... Wow. So how did Ukraine get so advanced at drone tech? Was this all of a sudden, or were they doing this for a decade before they...
I don't know. They just... Because I see they were getting better and better. It was crazy. So they're fighting a lot of missiles with drones.
So they probably have, like, 2 or 3 brilliant dudes that know how to do all this shit, and
I
they're
guess. But
adjusting on the fly.
Yeah, they had they got a contract now with Japan to create drones to defend themselves because Japan suffer from depopulation right now. Same with
Not just
Korea.
that, Japan only recently was allowed to build a military.
Yeah, but they have constantly been having the population is aging fast, and now it's not a replacement now. And South Korea is about to be distinguished too.
Yeah, I think the only group expanding their population are religious groups at this point, like Catholics, Muslims. Yeah, the Jews are still declining.
It's always been like that.
I know, but there's still fewer. There are still fewer Jews on the planet than there were pre-World War II.
It's messed up. Well, not messed up, but it's funny and haha type of funny. The only way you can be a Jewish is by mother, not by father.
Yes, it's a matriarchy.
And no, because you can tell who's the mother is, but you cannot tell who the father is.
Well, like when my father, he was some kind of Protestant. I'm not sure which one. He still is.
No, but this is from past like
I know.
1,000 year.
I know, but he was allowed to marry my mother, a Catholic, in a Catholic church, but he just had to agree to raise the children Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Same idea was it, came. Now it's not written in stone that works that way, but it's always, we'll do a Catholic ceremony, and we'll recognize the marriage, but you have to raise the kids Catholic. Versus the Jews say, if your mother's Jewish, you're Jewish. So the rumors of Michael J. Fox's death have been greatly exaggerated, I guess.
Yes, by CNN.
He's still alive.
Yeah, I didn't.
He made a joke about it too. He's like, "So, what? You're hoping that your wife is calling you concerned about you being dead, and things like that, Yeah, he made light of it.
I mean, accidents happen, but how do you?
But this just show
accidentally say someone's dead?
but all these networks have these obituaries already pre-created. These 2-minute video clips of the highlights of the stars' lives and stuff.
Yeah, of their career.
Yeah, they're all in the can already.
Yeah, and it's gotta be weird to watch your highlight reel from CNN. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, whoa, this is what I'm being remembered for. Which, let's be real, is probably mostly Family Ties and Back to the Future, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, he was involved in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Family Ties is where he got his main claim to fame.
That's how he got his
Yeah,
claim
that's
to
how
fame,
he got
yeah.
his start. Yeah.
Family Ties, the parents were liberals, but the father was conservative.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
watched.
the son
I
was
grew
the-
up watching Family Ties.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Oh, geez, that was a long time ago. What the hell are you typing away over there? You sending emails out?
I'm just talking.
He's working on his next date.
No, the integrity touched down. By the way, a few minutes
Oh,
ago.
I was gonna live stream that. Damn it.
Artemis?
Yeah,
The
no.
Artemis.
The aircraft, the spacecraft was in Artemis, but the spacecraft, there's integrity. The little capsule.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So
Yeah,
the
that's-
Navy divers got him out now.
No idea. All that's all the information I got so far. So I'm like, oh, okay.
So basically, what you mean to say is we have splashdown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to know. Apparently, okay. Remember, okay, I was going nuts. Not even nuts. I went on a little rant how I think the king is Muslim now because he's recognizing Ramadan but not Easter.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the Democrat Party put out some kind of Easter post but kept Joe Biden out of it. And I found that a little interesting.
They're trying to pretend like he wasn't president of the United States because he was that good.
They told us he was like the best president in the history of the world when he was in office until right when he decided to run again.
Right.
Then all of a sudden,
But yeah, he made the decision to drop out of the race. You know he did.
oh right, yeah, he was forced out by everyone else.
Yeah.
We're
Like all
going
the-
to lose
Like all
if
the
you
other
run.
decisions he made throughout his presidency, Mr. Out of Pen.
Yeah, through his term of auto pen.
Yeah, his auto pen
Uh,
did it for him.
There's a lot of things that did it for him.
yeah, and it's hilarious. People are still complaining about gas prices, and don't get me wrong, expensive gasoline sucks, but where isn't this right about where Joe Biden's peak gas prices were?
Yeah.
Yep.
And nobody complained then. And I just like to say, you could. I wish I had it in front of me, but Colbert quoted back when Biden was in office and the gas prices went up, and he said, "I don't care if gas goes up a couple bucks, because for a clean conscience, I drive a Tesla anyway."
Right.
I was like, "So where are all these electric cars? Oh, wait a minute, they're taxing you for your electric car now too,
Yep.
after they forced you to do that."
Yeah.
Uh, Oh, this is very interesting. I think you shared this, Brian. And the first thing I thought was I talked about this years ago on this show. France has pulled $15 billion out of U.S. vaults.
I was
This gold
shocked
has
they
been.
were able to find the gold to give back to him.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I am shocked that they had $15 billion in gold and we hadn't already sold it all, because we've been sitting on this since World War II, right?
Yep.
Hold on, no. Are you talking to from Fort Knox or from the Federal Reserve? That's a whole.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
You think there's gold in either place?
For Federal Reserve, then New
Federal
York
Reserve
City.
is United States gold.
Mm, mm,
Yes,
no,
and then we have like
Federal
Fort
Reserve is a
Knox.
private entity.
Yes, and that's where the United States stores their gold.
No, we sold the gold at Fort Knox.
No, Fort Knox we're using to protect the rest of the world's gold. That and a
And
handful of
our
other
gold.
places like Fort Knox. Yes, we have some there, I'm sure, but there are several branches of Federal Reserve too.
Yeah, there's 12 branches of Federal Reserve, but they want to keep most of the gold is in New York. And when they transfer gold from one place to another, it's like down to the other cage.
All right. The gold reserves in the U.S. are in a few highly secure locations. The main ones are
Yes.
Fort Knox
Okay.
and the Federal Reserve Bank of New
In New
York
York.
and the
Uh-huh.
U.S. Mint in Denver and the U.S.
Oh,
Bullion Depository in West Point.
you say suppository? Do you want to shove a gold bar up your ass?
Why not? My
Actually,
ass
if
would
I
be
could get one out, I
golden.
would do it. I
That's
would.
right. Be like
Could you
Willy
imagine?
Wonka.
Could you imagine trying to
Go!
hold your butthole shut so you don't drop that heavy gold bar out, though? But yeah, what is a brick of gold worth these days? Holy crap!
And the
'Cause, I mean,
gold is actually owned by the U.S. Treasury, not the Federal Reserve.
yes, it's United States gold, not the federal.
There, and then ChatGPT also says the U.S. holds about 8,000 tons of
Oh my
gold.
God. Is it too late to switch back to gold from oil, or do we have to collect more gold to make that work?
I think we'd have to collect more gold to make it work.
Mm. Yeah, because I remember we like we said, we're both surprised that there was gold there. Because remember, many years ago, the Germans asked to see the gold, and
Yeah.
we went out and got one bar for them to look at. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, "Oh no, this is not good." And I get, you can say it's a secure facility, but I mean, y- if they think the gold's not there, they're gonna start pulling it out.
Yep.
And if everyone starts pulling their gold out, real question, what's gonna happen to the value of gold? Is it gonna go up or down if everyone takes private ownership of the gold, that the most of the gold in the world?
I think it would go down.
Down. So you're thinking I should wait until a bunch of them do this, then buy?
Yep.
Because I was curious that it might spike up because they're taking private ownership and protecting it better, maybe. I don't know. But I suppose if we actually have all this gold still in protection, that means whatever we're doing has worked. And if the French take their gold back, what they are going to do might not work.
Yep.
You know. So yeah, that might actually drive the price down if there's actual thoughts that it could be stolen. Because I mean, how many times do we hear about these crazy freaking? Every now and then we hear one of these crazy stories of the guy who like stole the painting in France. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't one of these just come up?
Yeah, they broke into the Louvre and stole a bunch of shit.
Yeah, like this is like spy movie shit, like Ocean's
Uh-huh.
11 kind of stuff. And it's funny because every time something like that happens, I go straight to Boondock Saints. And he goes, "This is movie bullshit. This doesn't happen in real life."
Right.
You've definitely seen the Boondock Saints, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Uh, what do you think, Wabo? You think if all these nations pull their gold out, that's going to spike the price or plummet the price of gold? You're muted, by the way.
Still muted.
All right.
No, you
How
got
about
it.
now? All right.
Yeah, you're good.
I could. I want to say plummet the price because everybody gonna have a gold.
Because it might, it's more possible to be stolen and just
yeah.
spread out more.
Or
Yeah.
it's gonna just affect us. The prices are like, oh shoot, they took the gold, so now we have to buy gold too.
See, that's what I was worried about was panic buying.
don't
People
know.
might start panic buying gold because everyone's pulling their gold back, which would spike the price. So, like, exactly, like I see an opportunity to invest. I just don't know if I should do it now or wait until Germany and Great Britain pull their gold out too. You know?
Yeah.
What does ChatGPT say? What does it think the possible this might do to the price of gold, Brian? Because
Let me
now
check.
this sounds like a real chance, even if you're not buying an entire ounce of gold, which is
Little
what,
by
like
little.
$5,000 right now. Yeah, just a little bit of it. If it goes up by 10%, fucking dump it. You know what I mean? Mm. All right. Well, Brian's trying to find some answers here. Apparently,
Short
ChatGPT.
answer, not necessarily. In most realistic scenarios, it would have little direct impact on gold's price.
Oh, that's good. I'll take that.
That's what the AI thinks, but that's probably because it's looking at it as
That's probably.
Oh, and
It's
this
still the
says
same amount
Germany
of gold.
did take their gold back. They moved
When?
it from New York to their own vaults like Germany did.
Okay, what's the boat located in Germany? Probably the one next door. It doesn't make
Well, what's crazy is how you gonna get this gold from New York or Fort Knox to France
How did they get it there in the first place?
on ships.
Airplane. Yeah, ships and airplane.
They went across the ocean, and there was a real chance at any time that ship could have gone down to the ocean floor, and you know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially in a wartime situation. Dear God, could you imagine if Iran had the opportunity to sink $15 billion in gold to the ocean floor? You think they would hesitate to do that?
Oh, we fucking.
Not at all.
But not okay, but we gotta fight for that.
Yeah, if that much gold just disappeared, the value of gold would spike so fast. Oh, we use gold for actual stuff, not just as a metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good conductor, insulator. So that it got a lot of properties.
It'll block radiation.
That's what they use in the
astronauts' helmets is gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of like a thick lead shield you can't see through. Gold is amazing. It really is. What's crazy is we've been collecting it as a species since we figured out gold was different.
Yeah,
And
what
we
do
put
with
value
it,
on it. And
put
like, holy
put it
crap,
back
this
in
shit does everything.
We get out of a hole to put it back in another hole.
All right. So this Eric Swalwell shit keeps coming up. But now he's been accused of diddling his staff or harassing them or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's like threatening people for even having an investigation into an allegation,
Yep.
false
Oh, do it.
accusations.
Do it.
Isn't this what Swalwell did? Was make shit up about Trump and
No, and the Supreme Court.
and he banged a Chinese spy.
Yeah.
But didn't Maxine Waters have a Korean driver that was a spy or something?
She
Pelosi.
sure did.
Pelosi.
It was Pelosi. Okay. For the love of Pete, guys, come on.
I know.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's. It's one thing to be upset they're investigating you because you might get in trouble. But to say he's doing like cease and desist kind of stuff.
Well, what if the truth comes out? Let's see what happens.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't just say no. You're not allowed to investigate a
Dude,
crime.
Trump need to get fucking Trey Gotti as the AG, man. That would be a badass AG.
For it replacing Bondi,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be Lee Zeldin, I bet.
We'll see. Yeah.
Just my guess.
That's the rumor.
No, but
of
I
who
was
it's gonna
saying that
be.
Trey Gotti would be a perfect executioner. You know.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if they just enforce the fucking law, I'm gonna be happy with whoever's in that office.
Yeah.
You don't just get to decide that we're not going to enforce this, or we're not going to shoot that poor black man killed a cop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pointed his gun at another cop, pulled the trigger, but it jammed. He got manslaughter for killing the cop. He got attempted murder for a misfire. It's like, well, if he tried to kill that guy, why didn't he intentionally kill the other guy? Like, how,
Right.
you know what I mean? And granted, he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison anyway. This is a New York thing. But, like, you convicted him on lesser charges. And that just... No, enforce it the way it's supposed to be done. All right. Oh, all right. So we got a lot of Michigan today. I shared a Michigan one, too, because it was a big deal to me.
All right.
I'll bring it up first, actually. So remember that... was it one guy or a group of dudes that drove their car through the synagogue
Yeah.
in Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
NPR didn't interview a single member of that synagogue at all, but they did manage to track down some of the pals of the guy who lives 6,000 miles away in Lebanon
God damn.
to get a statement.
Nice.
But they couldn't speak to anyone who was the actual victim. They made this guy come across like he's been oppressed or whatever. He literally came here to kill Jews.
Right.
Can't make this shit up.
And it's like, oh no, he was what? I was like, he was in Lebanon until right before he did this shit. You know what I mean? So if anyone's to blame, it's his fucking friends in Lebanon. Oh, my criminy. Anyway, what else is going on in Michigan?
There was Michigan played in the NCAA basketball national game title game this week, and the NCAA decided it'd be a great idea to put a concert in between two basketball games.
Well, I mean, I could see that, like halftime.
Well, that
maybe.
meant that the second game didn't start on the East Coast until like 9:30 at night.
Oh, so they did a concert and not like 3 or 4 songs,
Yeah,
or maybe even just 2.
yeah,
So it was a doubleheader, you said?
yeah. It was like the semifinals.
Yeah, and the name of the band was the Chainsmokers.
Uh-huh.
Sounds, I don't know, either very prog rock or oh my god, punk. But let's be real, there has been a real punk band since like the Sex Pistols. All this new modern punk
They
is
are.
not.
It's the Chainsmokers are a popular American DJ producer duo known
God.
for blending EDM, pop, and indie sounds.
Yeah, prog rock. There we go. Some progressive rock. Yeah, oh my god, all right.
Yo.
But I mean, let's be real. You said it was a AAA game?
And NCAA, that college game.
Oh, college game. Okay, so I can see maybe why people would want to watch that from, Maine or, Florida. But you said the game didn't even start till like 9 p.m.?
It started after 9 p.m. because of the concert.
Oh my God. Baseball games can be like 3 hours long.
What was basketball? And they're still 3 hours long.
That's the thing about baseball, though. It's open-ended. It takes as long as it takes, doesn't it?
This is a basketball game.
Okay, yes. I didn't realize we did double headers in basketball.
Only the NCAA on this stupid thing.
Okay, because whenever you hear double header, it's always baseball.
Yeah.
That or some weird freaky dildo.
And then we got a Michigan woman who was charged for allegedly starving her disabled sister-in-law that she locked in the basement.
Wow.
You know, they did that for a check.
Yeah.
Keep the money flowing so they could have control over money.
Yeah, they did. I don't know, but there's a lot of.
I just watched a video recently of an elderly man who could not take care of himself by any means. Like he was lost out in public with a soiled diaper on and a t-shirt.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
So you saw this too? Like this dude stops his this dude stops his car, gets out to help this old man.
Yeah, he already knew him, like from who he was, where he lives and stuff.
And the neighbor's like, I'm gonna take you home. And I guess this guy's sister, who's his caretaker, like starts cussing him out and stuff, and she's getting paid for this. Like, if you're gonna collect money to do this, you need to actually do it. You can't let him wander around the neighborhood with a shit in his diaper. You know what I mean?
The guy, the disabled one, he's like, I already know you. Thank you for helping me in a way. You know, I just see the video. I drive a lot, so I listen to that.
Yeah, you listen to him.
Yeah,
but yeah, exactly. The old man knew that he was getting help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knew he was getting help. But
see, you don't have to watch the video to hear what's going on. You know, it just kind of helps and stuff. You know.
Well, yeah, it gives you a little more context, but that was clear what happened in that. And
yeah,
Brian's story about this Michigan woman who kept her sister chained up in a basement, basically, and starved her, or sister-in-law. Oh, so okay, so did her brother die? The spouse of the sister-in-law? How is he not involved in this if they're still married or still around? Because you think,
they don't bring that up in the story.
Yeah, you think if they're not married anymore that the sister-in-law wouldn't be taking care of her. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Interesting. All right, you guys are building a bridge, I guess.
Oh yeah, we're always building bridges.
You guys lost a barge?
Oh, who knows? This is like a running story. Nobody knows where this barge came from or what it was for. It's just floating down the Kalamazoo River, randomly running into things now.
The thing is, it's worth a ton of money, but the guy who owns it was like, oh, fuck.
I don't want to be liable for that.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for all that damage. They just floated down the Kalamazoo River, like taking out bridges and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yay, Michigan. This is probably a stupid accident. Like, it wasn't moored properly.
Yep.
But,
And then in other exciting news, I moved to the wrong city in Michigan. I should have moved to Detroit because they're offering up $15,000 for people to come and live there.
Do you know what will get people to live in Michigan?
Building cars?
Building cars. Open up those factories in Detroit. Start making Chevys and Fords again. Don't regulate them to the point where they leave and tax them till they leave. Tons of jobs will show up. Not just employ everyone who lives within 50 to 100 miles of the plant, but people will move there to get these jobs.
Yep.
And that sprawls out because now these people all need vehicles. They all need food. You know what I mean? They all need a 7-Eleven. They all need a gas station. That's the issue. You know, that's the big problem here in where I am in West Virginia. There's nothing here except for coal mining and logging. So there's very little around except for in like the major cities.
Right.
Like out in the mountains, there's like 2 or 3 restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple gas stations, and then
the
100 miles.
All those all those businesses are struggling to stay open, even though they're the only ones around. You know.
Yeah. Well, you saw how many abandoned businesses were in the area, I'm sure. And the bar, the one I've been going to, just closed down for the same reason. There's just nobody here to go and keep his business alive.
Well, luckily they got Family Dollar and Dollar General.
Yes, that's because everyone in the area goes to those places. If another one opened up nearby, they would probably all collapse. Which is interesting, I say collapse. We just had a mudslide down in the city right near us. You came right by where this happened on your way to my place.
Okay.
There's a big brick wall they were building because of a previous mudslide, but they hadn't finished backfilling behind it. So when the cliff face came down, it blew this wall out into the road, and they're still cleaning it up. This was days ago.
Right.
It took them an entire day to get one lane of traffic open. You could not get to certain places. There was just you could, but it was going to be 4 extra hours because you had to go the opposite direction and go around like a mountain. You know what I mean?
I drove that. I went around the mountain.
Yes, and it's many miles of nothing in some areas, huh?
Yep.
The occasional house would pop up. Then after 60 miles, there's a gas station that everyone uses. Which actually,
that's where I got gas.
Yeah, you almost ran out of gas because I was like, if you turn left out of here, dude, there's nothing for like 100 miles.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing until Snowshoe. Then there's a small village there. Did you even notice Snowshoe when you went by?
Yeah, I've snowed there. I've skied there before.
I'm just saying, like, if you don't see the sign, you're not gonna notice that it's the skiing mountain.
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet myself, but I heard it's some of the better skiing you can get
in the East Coast.
This far south.
Yeah, it is.
Jay Peak's great. Tuckerman's Ravine is great, but that's way up north too, and in the mountains. I just remember the one we had in Massachusetts, Wachusett Mountain. Oh, it was a joke, dude. It was a big hill, not a mountain.
Right.
I was like, yeah, all right.
That's how the ski resorts are in Virginia.
Yeah, and I was like, all right. Well, I mean, it's only like $10 for a lift ticket. It's a good place to go to like get a couple. Spend a day before you actually go up for the winter to go skiing. Because I mean, you know how it. Shit, you used to ski, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know as well as I that if you're not ready for what's going to happen, there's a very good chance you break your fucking leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guapo does not seem like a skier to me. If anything, I imagine he'd be on a snowboard if he was going to do it, but skiing and snowboarding is a very, very white activity. Let's be fair. Let's be real about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the donut thing. Just slide with the tube.
He's in the tubing.
Oh, just tubing. Yeah, tubing's fun.
Yeah, I don't like to be outside the snow. I mean, I don't mind walking, probably hiking through the snow, but not that for a long period.
Oh, hiking through the snow is.
So you like cross-country? You got cross-country skis?
No.
No shoes?
No shoes.
If I had more flat land, I would probably get some cross-country skis for getting around. But it's so steep, I wouldn't imagine trying to climb up that side. Just the backyard is too steep to try to go up on skis. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
One of our Republican representatives out here came back to the area and checked out a whole bunch of like businesses, et cetera, to better represent her constituents.
Okay.
Where was it? She went to Envent Manufacturing Facility. They're the ones doing the power distribution for the data centers that they're building.
All right.
And she's like, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to need electricians, already trained electricians. We don't want to go have to train a bunch of electricians. We need people that can do this, that, and that. And they're trying to find a way to bring people in to do these jobs, which is it. I found fascinating because when we came here, there were like 15 counties offering tax breaks if you would come here and have a remote job.
Oh, okay.
Now,
no, trying to get away from remote jobs.
No, not even necessarily get away from it. The idea was bring a New York City or a Boston paycheck or Sacramento paycheck to West Virginia. West Virginia gets all of the benefits from that. You know what I mean? That idea was to bring money in. Now they're saying if we're actually going to build this shit, we need people that actually know what the hell they're doing to do this. And then she was asked about Trump policy. She's like, I'm not the president. I can't. You know what I mean? He's like, I got to worry about my constituents, not the entire country. He's going to do what he's going to do. I'm going to cast my votes. And she didn't talk trash, but didn't exactly come out in full support. So
Right.
it was either a very political answer or she was genuinely more worried about taking care of her people. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if I thought this is good or not. It stuck out to me for something to bring up for what happened here in West Virginia. And on the 7th of April, which is what, January, February, March. Oh yeah, this was 3 days ago then, right? They restocked the rivers with trout because they do a big rainbow trout tournament every year. It's a good time. It's interesting because the wife wants to fish. She's interested in hunting,
Uh-huh.
but you need a license to even catch and release fish here. So you can't even
Okay.
just go. Yeah. So she's like, all right, well, I need a license. It's like, if I'm gonna get a license and I want to hunt, may as well do them together. You get a discount. So she rushed through the hunter's education course class. She went through the NRA,
Yep.
which was free because actually it's free to everyone
No, that's
to
nice.
do the NRA one. It's good nationwide. I did one local to West Virginia because I don't give a shit what the hunting laws are in Rochester, New York. You know what I mean?
You should.
Right? I'm not even going to try to bring a gun
Do
to
not
New York
hunt.
State. I'm not
You
even going
cannot
to.
hunt.
Well, just
Hunting
like
forbidden.
Well, Massachusetts, you're not allowed to rifle hunt, but you can bow hunt. So,
Try to
but
take
yeah,
down a moose with a bow.
there's not a lot of moose in Massachusetts. Uh, we allegedly have elk around here, but I've never seen one. No one around here has ever seen one. But we've all seen a freaking mountain lion, and they swear to God there's no mountain lions here. Like, oh, they pass through sometimes. I was like, pass through? I was like, I'm not on the edge of the state. It's not like they're just cutting through to get somewhere else. You know? But they're actually talking about bringing elk back into the area because they're almost gone in the
I don't
area.
know if you guys saw the news, but they found out alligator in a dismal swamp a couple days ago.
Where's that?
Here in
Virginia.
Chesapeake.
An alligator? That sounds like someone put it there.
The closest one is North Carolina. Somewhere in North Carolina, there's alligators in there, so they probably migrated. So who knows?
Possibly, but I mean, alligators don't exactly just like march across the land to go find another swamp.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
there's a dismal swamp right here, so it's kind of like
That's what I'm
everybody-
thinking. Is someone went to North Carolina and brought an alligator back because it'd be fun, it'll funny, and then went, oh shit, and dumped it in the swamp.
Yeah.
Which that sucks for that poor alligator. It's gonna die alone.
Yeah. Whatever. Let it be.
But yeah, anyway, she wants to do the licenses together, so she rushed through her hunter's education course. She's got to go out tomorrow, and it's like a 2-hour drive, like when I did to take the physical written test in person,
Uh-huh.
so she can fish. And I was like, all right. So you don't have any fishing gear.
She'll
So
buy it
she's
when
got-
she's at Walmart.
Well, actually, we got the Ace Hardware has a decent selection, and that's where I buy my guns is Ace Hardware. And there's a Paps Sport Shop, which is mostly hunting and bow hunting and fishing.
Do you
But-
get a free beer with it when you buy something there?
No, Paps isn't PAPS.
No, not Paps.
But, and I get she likes to fish, and she said she will at least eat one of these trout if she catches one, because she's like, I don't know, your tastes do change, and it is a different fish. She doesn't hate all fish,
Yeah.
but she knows very little about fishing gear.
Right.
Like, she just likes the actual, like, let's go fishing, which I get, but she's talking about getting a rod with a button reel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, like a little kid who used to learn how to fish.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's going to break. And she's like, oh, I'm not sure how to use the other one. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, I was like, all right, well, you buying rod and reel, like, together, or are you buying them separate? She goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. And her mother was there. I was like, I bet you Tyler he buys them separate. He buys this rod, that reel, and puts them together because that's what he
Yeah.
wants. I was like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like, but that's
Yeah.
the difference between someone who's a dedicated fisherman who likes to go out and actually catch something to eat.
Yeah.
Versus I just want to go out and spend some time on the river and enjoy the nice weather,
Yeah, we're actually going to a VFW. Like, it's about a 45-minute drive away from here. They're doing a walleye fish fry tomorrow night.
Mm.
So
Nice. We used
three
to
of
do,
us are going to go hang out at the VFW for a little while.
The town of Pembroke in Massachusetts does a herring fish fry every year.
Hmm.
There's this offshoot of the river that comes through that's full of herring, and no reels, no nets, no nothing is allowed. You have to catch them with your bare hands.
All right.
But on Fish Friday, they do it like when they're all running upstream to
Oh,
like
okay.
reproduce.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So they're everywhere. Like you just reach in and grab a fish, and you walk over and you bring it to these grills, that they have built out of stone, and they'll clean it right there and cook it on the spot. And I'm like, this is your tradition. I am very happy that Pembroke held on to, because this is the kind of thing that would freak out a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially in like Massachusetts, but it's a small town, and for the most part, people don't move there; they stay there forever.
Right.
So they've always had this tradition. But I mean, you know as well as I. Like, could you imagine if you tried to do something like that in like Richmond?
Oh, everybody freak out. PETA would be
They would-
involved.
Yeah, it's like you're killing all the fish. It's like, no, we're eating them. Fewer and fewer attend every year, but there's still, even when I left, people were still going, and it was exciting and it was fun. You'd pull up your pants, jump in the river, and just like a bear, grab a fish. Makes you feel manly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I got a fish. And it was all you could eat. As long as you can go back and get another fish, they would cook it up for you that one day. I'm pretty sure you weren't allowed to fish them any other day of the year. It was done as a population control thing to start, and I think now it's necessary because it's been happening so long. Like the fish population has adjusted to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing we were talking about in California when they banned fishing in all California waterways.
Yeah.
And it's like the fish population is going to explode because they have adapted to fishing to be able to maintain their population.
Yep.
And yeah, they're going to run out of food, and you're going to have tons of dead fish floating to the surface and stinking. All right, dead fish, dead rats.
Yeah.
This
Apparently,
is
this
fucking-
Norfolk Navy sailor says he found a dead rat in his Monster Energy drink.
Oh my god!
At first, I was like, "How the fuck did that happen?" And I was like, "They had to have built the can around the rat because he said it wasn't. He said it wasn't even a little one.
No,
he said it was like a full size big rat."
You see how cans are made, and like how they put the lid on.
I know exactly, and they spin them, and it gets hot, and they basically friction weld together.
No. They build the can, and they put the liquids. Then they put the lid, and then like there's a machine that could like twist them. And I think probably the rat fell in there, and they just can't. Yeah.
Exactly, the can was built around the rat.
He said he's never going to be able to drink anything he can't see again.
Well, no, see, that's terrible because let's be real.
Hey,
Monster Energy drink was my lifeblood my entire time in the Navy.
Bring so the bottles out of a glass containers, you know.
And he actually went to the emergency room with the Monster Energy drink and showed it to him. So it's not like a fake report.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he said as soon because he said like he finished his drink.
Is it coffee monster or the green monsters?
Blue.
Yeah,
I drank the green ones.
I like the coffee ones.
This was the regular Monster drink, low carb.
Yeah, I drank the big green one, the BFC.
I cannot do that because of the guy. When I was in the Middle East, this guy, skinny as hell, he drank one Monster every day. He ended up with a heart attack. I'm not touching that shit ever since.
Well, I only drank Monster when I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
And that was because I was, working up to 20-hour days sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. But this guy, he was with the desert already, hot environment.
I get you.
He's skinny as hell. Instead of drinking like water and a Monster or coffee, no, just Monster. And he ended up with a heart attack. Like, I don't want to be in a position,
You don't want any caffeine in a situation like that because it's a diuretic and it pushes the water out of your body.
Yeah, and he
just like alcohol.
Yeah, he barely drank. Like now he's a fucking chef. He sent me a friend request the other day. Matter of fact, and I was looking through his pictures, like doing like cooking stuff. Like, oh shit, he's a chef now. He went from aviation to be a chef. That's crazy.
It's funny. I actually just made fun of someone in a game I play. Because we were all talking about food and the way we like to prepare certain foods. And she's like, it's crazy listening to a bunch of men talk about food. It's usually women doing the cooking. And I said, well, that's because we let women cook. And she's like, excuse me? I was like, name a famous chef. And she's like, and I was like, okay, that still cooks. I was like, Julia Child doesn't count. She's dead. Martha Stewart doesn't cook, except for like pot brownies now with Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Rachel Ray doesn't even cook anymore. What that is, she's not famous for cooking anymore. She's doing like a baby line or something, right?
Yeah.
But like Emeril Lagasse and who's the Hell's Kitchen guy?
Oh, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, and this, and yeah, all these different chefs, and plus, let's be real, any like gourmet restaurant, who's cooking?
The guy.
Mm-hmm. Almost always, it's a man in charge. Which
Yeah.
you can say that's sexist if you want, but
all the top
if women
chef
are
men.
so much better at cooking, then why aren't they taking over this market?
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Well, there's also a difference between cooking, you know,
For love
rack
and
of lamb.
okay. You think about man and female. Women cook for love. Man cook for perfection and just want to be good at it. Just like be the best. A competition and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, every time I cook, it's gonna be better than the last time I made the same dish. You know what I mean? Like even spaghetti. When I do spaghetti, I'm like, no, there was a little too much oregano and not enough garlic last time. You know? Or I need a little more rosemary in there. Versus measure this much of this, measure that much of that, dump it in. You know, recipes versus cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say the wife's pretty good about cooking instead of following a recipe. She'll follow the recipe most of the part, but then I'm like, no, we need more of this, or we don't need this at all.
I used to make a joke about my ex, like, hey, we should put a grill in my kitchen. Like, no, that's dangerous. That's right. Grilling is dangerous. That's why men do it.
So I'm kind of glad that I'm leaving the state of Virginia.
Leaving? You already left.
Yep. I'm still in the process. I don't have a Michigan driver's license yet.
No, if you change your taxes, that means you can't change your taxes yet either. Then, huh?
Well, technically, I mean,
Hold on. So you governor right now. This is what's the name of that witch?
Whitmer.
Oh, I thought
She's
you
on her
were
way out
Spanberger.
too.
No,
Spanberger.
I got the fucking lying witch.
And shock, people aren't impressed with her.
I know.
Everybody believed her lies.
Aren't they one of the states that's now talking about an exit tax?
Michigan or Virginia? No, I don't think so.
I think
California. That's California.
There's Massachusetts wants to do it too, and New York wants to do it because all the wealthy people are fleeing because of the taxes. They want to tax you on the way out. California wants to continue to tax you after you move out, not just because you left.
That's not gonna fly.
No, there's no way.
I feel like the Supreme Court's going to get involved with that if too many of these states try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't tax me because I'm moving out of your state because you tax me too much. Like, I have freedom of movement, don't I?
You should, yeah. I mean, and then she went to they have
Liberty.
They have a AAA. I think it might. I don't even know it's AAA. It might be AA baseball
It said double
team.
A, yeah.
In Richmond, because for Norfolk has a AAA team, and she got booed at the baseball game.
Yes.
This is in Richmond.
In Richmond. That's because she swore she was going to reduce costs, then she increased every single tax.
But she also said she was going to govern as a moderate.
No, okay, what's going on? What's going on?
She did the exact opposite. She went as left wing as she possibly could.
What's going on is Louis Lucas is controlling her. Herman and the I forgot the other guy, but they controlling her. And right now the fucking Louis Lucas pissed off with Northern Richmond. That's why she told Spangler to disapprove the fucking casino shit in Alexandria, Roanoke. Or whatever it is up.
No, it was Fairfax County.
Yeah, Fairfax County.
That's a big issue they're having, actually. Did you look at this new map they're proposing with their redistricting thing?
Oh, yeah, it's a shit show. I mean, basically...
Alexandria has 5 districts in it.
Right.
I know.
Because
No
they took all the
gerrymandering
conservative
here.
groups and brought them up to a point where it's dense in Democrats, so the Democrats would overwhelm all of the Republicans.
But at the same time, it's affecting black community. Black communities feel like, oh, what the hell are you doing here? So it's gonna backfire. I think it's gonna
seen
backfire.
And I
commercials
love.
finally.
I mean, I still have a DVR in Norfolk, so I watch a lot of shows through the app on my phone. And I'm tired of seeing Obama on the TV
I
telling
was
me
say the Obama.
I should be voting for yes on April 21st.
They're flat out lying though. They're saying that this
Yeah.
will stop. This will
And
stop
when I went and
gerrymandering.
voted, it was very confusing on the ballot itself. You know, it was like it wasn't clearly said, "Hey, this or this." You know, it was poorly worded on purpose, so it would confuse the average voter.
Well, yeah, not even that. Like the commercials are confusing. They're saying that we need to stop the gerrymandering, so we'll vote yes on this, which would allow them to gerrymander.
Yes, exactly.
And they're making it sound like this is going to stop it. And I was like, no, this is just going to make it more. And like I said, Alexandria, one city has one greater area of the city. You know, the immediate suburbs are still considered that city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like Quincy is considered Greater Boston. 5 districts. That's insane. Have you seen the map as it is now? When they got together last time and did it as like an outside party.
With our independent commission, yeah,
Yeah, it actually looks good.
yeah, it makes a lot more sense. It's like there's still more Dems, but it's more evenly divided up. It's like
You could
6
get
to
a
5
Republican
or something
governor.
like that, you know.
Yeah, but you could get a Republican governor. And let's be real, why doesn't the left keeps talking about the popular vote every time they don't win the whatever? Why don't they just do the cast? The states can do however they want. Why don't they just collect the popular vote and cast all their votes that way? Why not? Because there's more Republicans than these people realize or want to
Yeah.
admit. Because if you're certain everyone agrees with you, just say, all right, we're just taking the popular vote and we're going to cast all of our electoral college votes that way. There's only a handful of states split their vote, right?
Yeah.
Like Maine and like New Mexico or Arizona and a couple
And
others, right?
Nebraska, I think, or
Will split their
Iowa
vote.
has like the capital city has their own electoral vote.
Okay, well that's interesting. That's very interesting. But the states can do that. That's the thing is they're complaining about this stuff. And it's like this is a state issue on how to cast their votes.
Right.
You
And
can
Ray
decide
should
how
be
you
very
want-
excited about his new pay raise that's coming in next year.
No, he's not. No, he should be pissed off because someone else is going to get paid more money who does less work than him and his paycheck's going to stay the same.
No, it's always backfire. They're gonna get cut off, get fired. So the rest is
I mean, I know I put an article in here about California. Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's in
We talked
California.
about it a little bit last week, but another franchisee is complaining about California's $20 minimum wage.
Yeah, they fire a lot of people, and it's just not gonna affect the rest of us. What was I'm sorry, it wasn't the.
No, the problem is
It wasn't with the
Guapo,
minimum wage. It was the freaking food service workers.
in California. Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, the minimum
entire-
wage for food server workers was $20 an hour.
Yeah,
They're talking about making it 30 in California, but
yeah. So and whenever the
But that's the thing is,
minimum
why you're a welder, you're a plumber, you're a truck driver, like you do actual work. The motherfucker making your Whopper gets paid more than you. What the or as much as you? What the hell?
but this is not gonna affect too much because people are gonna get fired and gonna get replaced with robots.
No, but here's what you do: is you, the guy with skills and can follow orders, says, "Shit, I can make as much money flipping burgers at McDonald's." And you're going to go take their jobs. You're going to take their job because it's less dangerous. It's easier to do, less stress. You don't have to get up stupid early. You know what I mean? You'll take the skilled workers will take their jobs because they can actually work. And then you have no skilled labor. So then the cost of skilled labor is going to go up until the skilled workers go back to work in their skills. And all you did was raise the floor. So now more people are in poverty because they can't get any work. Well, you could get the occasional gig job here or there. You could at least pay your bills. But now that you've raised the floor, rising tide lifts all ships. Not if it's fucking anchored to the ocean floor. The ocean just comes up above the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I don't understand why these people don't get. And I swear they do. I swear they do know this. But your average person who votes goes, more money sounds great. And these folks know that it's going to make shit worse, and they could run on it again next time to raise the minimum wage again. And then it comes to the point where, again, minimum wage makes as much money as your master.
I mean, why stop
carpenter.
at $15? Why not go $50 an hour?
Why not 75? And it's just ridiculous. But yeah, we'll definitely get into California doing the same thing in a minute. And this is fascinating. Taxes just went up on literally everything, to include a new tax on electric cars in Virginia. Now Dominion Power is saying we're being regulated to the point where we can't afford to do this. We need to raise prices of energy. So not only did you get an extra tax on your electric bill, but now your electric bill is going to go up.
Yep.
And let's be real, you need to charge that electric car, don't you?
Yep.
Which is something that bothers me a little bit. These places that'll put like electric charges out, like these condos and stuff that have electric charging ports where it's free to charge your car. All I can think is, why don't you fill my gas tank for free? It's electricity. Yes, everyone in this condo complex is paying for electricity. I am literally paying to fuel your vehicle if I live in a condo. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Why aren't you putting gas in my tank too?
Yeah.
Because, you should just buy electric. Well, I actually need a diesel truck because I haul backhoes. You know what I mean? To and from a job site kind of thing, And let's be real, they tried electric big rigs, didn't they, Guapo?
Yeah, Tesla was making some.
Yeah, but
they lasted like 80 miles or something stupid before they needed to charge for like 10 hours.
Yeah. The battery's too heavy for the low capacity.
You're trying to pull 20 tons on an electric motor.
Dude, fuck it. Elon Musk needs to get into vehicle with an alternative fuel system, hydrogen, stuff like that.
Propane.
I'm sure he could pull it off. Propane, something. I'm sure he can pull it off.
No, propane engines exist.
Yeah, but it's a byproduct of petroleum. But hydrogen, you can just get it out of the air.
No, you can't.
Actually, H2O.
You could separate water molecules, and get hydrogen and oxygen, but then what happens to the water? Now, the idea is running on hydrogen, right? Mm-hmm. By splitting water molecules through electrolysis. So then you have the exact perfect mixture of oxygen and hydrogen to come back together, and your exhaust is pure water, which you could then split again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the theory that would work. But I don't know what, some guy in the 70s allegedly made a car that ran on water, and he shot himself in the back of the head like 7 times or something.
Oh, yes, he did. The petroleum industry won't put up with that kind of shit.
I think it's the inner Earth lizard people. I think they don't want us to get this technology because if we go too far, too fast, we might catch up to them and discover them and won't be their slave labor.
Right.
That's why they put Nancy Pelosi in the Senate.
She's in the House of Representatives.
Whatever.
She was the Speaker of the House for two terms.
More than 2.
Well,
I was thinking Feinstein. I don't know why I always confuse those two.
Well, they're both, yeah.
They're both older from California.
They're both octogenarian Californian women, right?
Pelosi's nephew is?
Nope.
Newsom.
Gavin Newsom.
That's what.
You know,
So we
who's-
got this 17-year-old that was killed in a shooting at Deep Creek, was a high school student.
yeah, I think it's gang related. That's all I wanted to say about that.
All right.
Because
What?
why a 17-year-old get killed? Gang related. And the Hispanic guy, I think Hispanic guy, yeah.
I was actually gonna, yeah, Martinez Rodriguez, Kenny
Yeah.
Martinez Rodriguez was shot and killed in Depp Creek. I do want to put this out though. That it was looks like it might have been a drive-by. He was shot in the head. The police are looking for information. What does it say? Gray SUV, I think. Jeez. See, this is last seen in a gray SUV leaving the area at the time. Police say suspects are unknown. Chesapeake police are continuing to investigate the shooting. They're asking for anyone with information to please bring it forward because it looks like this is going to go nowhere. So
Yeah,
we
that's what it
do
looks
have
like.
some Virginia listeners. If you know anything about this, it's not okay to friggin' kill 17-year-olds. Like that's messed up. All right. That being said, this article you shared, I'm wondering if it's the video I saw.
Right. I don't probably. I mean, there's a show. I can't remember what it was on. What it was on. It might have been on Apple TV. Where it was it was based in California, and this guy always kicked the delivery robots.
As the video I saw, it wasn't from a TV show, but it was this guy cussing out and kicking the
Yeah.
Uber Eats delivery robot,
Yeah.
and he's screaming at the thing. And like he
Uh-huh.
recorded himself screaming at it because it's like,
Yeah.
please push the cross button. He's like, it says you can cross. I'm not pushing the button for you. Fuck you. And I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, these robots just got released in Philadelphia, and they're using the sidewalks, and people walking on the sidewalks are not fans of these things.
then stop ordering food with them.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. Stop using them.
Yep.
And I feel bad for the poor guy who was waiting for his food to show up that came cold and terrible because
Or
no one
because it
pushed
got
the
flipped
button.
upside down, the food's all messed up.
Yeah, and you already paid for that shit. Basically, I'm not pushing the button. No, you're gonna sit here. Fuck you. And I was like, wow, dude, you're losing your mind over a robot. I was like, it's not even like trying to kill you. It's just delivering food to someone else who order it.
Right.
And here's the thing: this dude could offer to do it for the same amount of money that the Uber, the robot gets paid, but he doesn't.
Robot's not getting paid anything.
Somebody owns it.
The robot
Uber
tried,
Eats.
tried to get him jet.
A jet?
No, jet. Not yet. The robot's not trying to kill us yet.
Oh yes, yet. Yeah. Well, no. Did you watch Terminator? That date has come and gone.
Yep.
That's
With Skynet, when the Skynet becomes self-aware.
Somebody got the date wrong.
It happens.
Oh God, I think you shared this, Brian, and this disgusts me to no end.
I did share this.
It disgusts me to no end. And instead of
Go
dealing
Tim
with,
Walls, go Tim
Yeah.
Walls.
Just skip it.
Instead of
Just
dealing
skip
with
it.
the
Then let's
obvious
not talk
fraud
about
they're
it.
building-
Let's not talk about it, then. I may
No,
be
we
there.
have to because instead of dealing with the fraud and the shit, well, they just had a sixth member of this one family pled guilty to $14 million in a food
Food fraud.
fraud case in
Yep.
Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
Instead of dealing with this shit in a timely manner, they're fucking opening bathhouses where you can have a
Yes.
fucking orgy.
In Minnesota.
Exactly. They're going to legalize adult bathhouses.
And what is
So
adult
that-
bathhouses? Like, I've been looking for bathhouses. Like, you can just, it's just a steam room with a bunch
Well,
of.
it's a Norwegian tradition, bathhouses. And so they're going to open
It's
up
gonna
some
be unisex. Just.
No, everybody's in there. It's going to be orgy sex.
It's a fucking heathen. It's like a. What's the word looking for? Nudist colony type of deal, but with the
Yeah.
bathhouse.
Yeah.
And usually now the most sexy people go there. Usually it's a bunch of dudes. Yeah.
And then ICE raids that have caused an enrollment to drop. Now districts are paying the price in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I thought this was great. These districts are paying too much money into the high school education system because ICE is deporting illegal immigrants. And they're like, oh, we can't. We're paying too many people to do stuff. It's like, oh, so I'm just curious. How do these kids get in school?
Don't they have to have
Like,
papers to get in school?
I thought you had to. I had to anyway. With my daughters, I had to provide paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's something to say here's a kid. You know what I mean? That can go in the records. If you come in here illegally, you don't have a birth certificate or even a driver's license
Nope.
to say I have a child coming in. But yeah, it turns out Massachusetts has been paying all this money into translators and teaching people English and all this other stuff. And now they're upset, like, well, we can't afford to keep covering this because no one's going to the school. It's like, and that's what gets me again, is how are these folks, how are they paying taxes to pay into the system to support this?
They're not.
Then what's the issue? Now you just have a bunch of people who have no work to do. It's not like you still have the same fucking budget, right?
Yeah.
So what, they're just upset these people have nothing to do? Well, then fucking fire them.
Yeah. Lay them off.
Yeah, don't worry. Next time we let 20 million people in here illegally, we'll hire you back immediately, right?
Right.
But yeah, oh my God. They're making it sound like ICE is ruining everything by making sure the taxpayers are only paying for, their own citizens. Jesus Christ. I don't understand how the hell your freaking keyboard is so loud. Is your computer as old as I am?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
No, this is my little man.
Brian's always typing away doing shit, and I never hear his keyboard.
No, this I like to hit the clicking. Anyways,
He likes to hear the clicking.
it's a
Come on, I
response.
see it.
Dude, you know what? You're lucky I didn't get a fucking old typewriter keyboard because I really would love to get one of those. Anyways, those teachers like ESL, English Singing Language teachers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot where I was going with it.
Oh, that happens to the best of us, dude.
I know.
Lose a thought.
You fucked me up with the keyboard, so I'm about to say something about it.
Well, you keep fucking me up with the keyboard. I'm in the middle of a thought, and all I can hear is you typing away about how big your dick is to some friggin' hooker online.
No, actually, I'm talking about Suburban Friday. I was like a fucking Friday here and stuff, you know. You guys I'm in the future. You guys are not to be present, you know. You're still in the same timeline.
I'm in the same time zone as you.
Jeffrey. Brian's in a different timeline.
No, I'm not. I'm in the same time zone.
Are you serious? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm still East Coast time here.
Damn, yeah. Okay.
It's really weird because the sun don't come up till like 7 in the morning.
Yeah, but it probably stays, well, further north, but it probably still stays up to close to 8 p.m.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Which is
Fuck
nice
this
getting all
teacher.
that daylight.
Yeah, like, okay, ESL, English Second Language. Fuck them. You know what? They want to protect the jobs before they got nothing else to do. I'm sorry, how is that sustainable?
This money could go somewhere else.
Yeah, how's that sustainable? You have to realize this is not sustainable.
You're
So you have
literally
to have-
hiring people just to pay them.
Yeah.
And it's
sometimes-
like all this money could have fixed the potholes. We could have reduced the gasoline tax. We could have reduced homeowners' taxes. Instead, you went and hired a bunch of fucking people that have no job to do.
If fucking Trump gets super major, he maintain the House and the Senate after this midterm,
He's gonna lose the House.
Anyways, when I say he needs to separate fucking what is the name of those fucking guys? TSA agents to the airport, like get the airport paid for the fucking TSA agents, and
Make
again,
private security that has a federal standard.
yes, and they get like
You
a
must
commission.
have this if you're going to run an airport. It's up
Yeah.
to you to do it, and here are the standards you must meet.
Yeah,
just
because
like me getting a plumber's license, right?
yeah, but they get like at least 10% from the federal. There's not.
Oh, we can help you a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But I said like for a paycheck, and this cannot happen again. This is fucking bullshit, dude. I knew when this shit happened, when all the federal or like TSA came together and stuff like that, like they came out with their own like, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, when it got rolled into Homeland Security.
Yeah.
And that was after 9/11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and no, at the time, we all wanted it at the time.
Yeah.
Nobody
No.
saw what was coming, did we?
No.
We learned a lot of lessons from that, didn't we?
Yeah, and it's a guy. I don't know if you heard about this 9/11 thing. I saw the guy with a suit, but the shoes were like dirty and stuff. It was a little bit.
Were they shoe bomber shoes?
No. It was the shoes were dirty, but the suit was clean. It was like it didn't come. Didn't like okay. I'm sorry, you had to fucking discriminate. That shit doesn't look accordingly. Like, hey, let me talk to you about it. Like, why your shoes are dirty? Just have a conversation. Doesn't mean you have to like, but it would prevent that shit. One of the planes.
Yes, give discretion instead of universal checks. Problem is, as soon as you give discretion, someone's going to claim it's racist, if not everyone.
No. Okay. He had a clean suit, like a fucking jacket.
I know.
And the shoes were dirty, like. And you could be like, hey, dude, what's going on with your shoes, dude? You need me to polish your shoes? I gotta brush your stuff. You just have a conversation, see where that lead you, Because
I know, I get it. That's
it's
when you
stopping
give
search.
discretion.
It's stopping
That's when you
search. In New York City, it's completely. People
Stop
think,
and
you're
frisk.
gonna stop your searches. No, they have a conversation. They have
Search, it was
conversation.
frisk.
Yeah, stop and frisk. What it is like, hey, where are you going? Where you coming from? If that shit doesn't add up, like, okay, you going here, but there, like,
Well, yeah. And then they said shit like, oh, that's, racist. Like, you literally cannot communicate and interact with the community if you're a police officer. Like, don't you want to know your police?
Yeah.
Because if you actually know the cop, you're more likely to get hey, Johnny, do I need to fucking call your dad that you were out speeding?
Yeah.
Because then you're going to get a warning instead of a ticket every time.
But I'm saying, like, if this guy say he goes somewhere, but he's gonna skip, it doesn't add up. The story doesn't add up. He's up to something. Then you frisk him,
Frisking does seem a little excessive, but I understand because it's like, hey, like,
what's
you could have just said, he could have just said, I don't want to talk to you and walked away. Like, you didn't have to answer any of these questions. So, like, the frisk isn't so bad. Like, you gave them reason to believe that you should be frisked.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, New York City, where Giuliani did this, guns, you couldn't just carry a gun on your person. It was incredibly difficult to get a license. You stop and frisk any random person around here, I bet you 50% of them have a gun on them. Even at the bar.
Yeah. No, but... Yeah, but still, it's like, you're not supposed to have a gun in the bar drinking.
No.
You could be at the bar.
Virginia said it was completely okay to have a gun at the bar.
But you're gonna be drinking.
They didn't say that.
Yeah, they did.
They said They said if you're drunk, you should not have a gun in your possession.
Yeah.
But
if
drunk
you get drunk, you have to drink.
But you don't necessarily have to drink until you're to the point of impairment either. Like, I'm assuming they're going by legal limit, which is probably 0.08, because I think that's nationwide now, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be for real. I can have a single beer with lunch and be completely safe with my gun on my person, right?
Yeah.
Shit, maybe even 2 or 3.
Maybe not.
Well, it depends on how you can hold your liquor, and let's be real, your average gun owner is less likely to start a fight and more likely to try to not get into a fight because they don't want to shoot someone.
Mm-hmm.
Your legal gun owners, because they understand what that means. All right. Where were we anyway? Oh, New York City. First of all, you hear whatever Mamdani did for this freaking soccer World Cup thing.
Yeah. FIFA.
Is going to affect the 4th of July. They're not doing
Oh,
they're
people.
doing the ball drop and everything, but the public is not welcome to come celebrate the 4th of July.
250th
250th.
anniversary.
Yeah.
That's
What the
hilarious.
The
hell?
people are not happy about it. So, hey, you elect a fucking Muslim mayor. This is what you're gonna get.
Dude, the Muslim has nothing to do with not loving.
No, but they're not fucking happy about America, dude.
No, that's because he's a communist.
Yeah.
I thought he was a socialist.
Same
Well, what's
shit.
the difference?
Oh,
No,
it is one step away from it.
Lenin, who wrote the Socialist Manifesto, literally said the end goal of socialism is communism.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like in his paper, like not he said it after the fact and it, being misquoted. It's in the Socialist Manifesto. This is supposed to be a stepping stone between capitalism and communism, which I tried to explain to my brother, but he still thinks socialism is social welfare programs.
Yeah, it was a step.
Huh?
It's a step away from social
Well, I mean, no, if you genuinely need a little bit of help and we can help you get back on your feet, I'm cool with that. But if you're going to live off the system, that's different. And he's always bringing up the guy who just needs, like 2 weeks' pay so he can, fix his truck and get back to work. I'm like, yes, but but that's not what the country's talking about. We're talking about the woman with 7 kids to 6 different fathers collecting a giant welfare check every month because she doesn't live with any of the daddies.
Yeah, she like to spread her legs.
Shit. Let's put it on the table. Brian, isn't that why you guys kept delaying getting married to Ty? Was because benefits would be shut off if she got married?
Nope. It was the
No?
size of the wedding.
Oh, all right. I thought it was she was collecting benefits and wouldn't get them anymore if she got married.
No.
Honestly, I could have sworn you said something like that. Maybe not. But yeah, now Mom Donnie's racial equity plan is causing a massive issue. First of all, like, what? He said he wanted to tax the white people. He actually said tax the white people.
Oh yeah, he literally said that in there. It was gonna tax whitey.
Yeah, he didn't even say like the wealthy or whatever. He said the white people. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But
I don't even know what is this one even about. Mamdani unveils new racial equity plan for more equitable future that prompts quick DOJ pushback. So I'm guessing that he's making it a point, a preliminary citywide racial equity plan. So yeah, he's looking to make it a point. Is this the one that's people opening businesses get like a tax break if they're women or minority? It's like it basically says if you're a white dude, you don't get this, but everyone else does.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The true cost of living measure offers an honest account of what it actually costs to live in the city.
Sorry about that. I had to bring up that I cut my mother-in-law's grass today, and I'm wondering how long it'll take her to notice because my mower had trouble getting through it. It was getting real thick and nasty.
Right.
What were you saying, Brian? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, it's some kind of new index they're creating to show what it actually costs to live in New York City.
Was it Mamdani demanding Albany send them more money because New
Oh
York
yeah,
City
yeah,
pays more
and he
money
wanted
into the
because he wanted
program?
to do free buses and everything for everybody. And the
But
free
it's like,
buses have not happened because the mayor of New York only has so much power.
yes, and that's the thing is he's saying, well, we put more money into the pot, we should get more out of it. I was like, that is literally capitalism. You're claiming to be a socialist. I was like, you were supposed to say those who have more put more into the pot, and it goes to other people. New York City is what? Is it the second richest city in the planet,
I don't
behind like
know.
Dubai?
Let me check.
oh shit.
I mean, it's on the list, I'm sure, right? Except for how many people have left the area because of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we should get more of this because we put in more. I was like, well, for the love of God, this is the exact opposite of what you claim to be what's going on.
You are totally correct.
Oh shit.
Number
New York
two?
is number one.
Number one, they're above Dubai.
They're above Tokyo.
Oh,
It is New York City, Tokyo, San Francisco, London, Singapore, Zurich, Dubai,
I
Beijing,
thought Dubai was
Paris,
higher up on the list. That must have
Hong
changed.
Kong.
Hong Kong's on the list.
Yeah.
but
Wow.
still,
I bet it used to be higher before it became part of China.
Very
A lot of
interesting.
financial companies left Hong Kong when they went back to China.
Yes, then the CCP took over. For that exact reason. It's like, why are we going to let you guys either? What's interesting about Chinese communism is they allow you to be capitalist, but once you hit a certain point of success, the government puts a person like on the board who makes decisions and says this and that, you know?
Right.
Oof. So long as you're not offending the Chinese government, they let you make money.
Right.
Oh, and those two dudes that chucked bombs at the mayor's mansion in New York City have been indicted. They're officially facing charges.
who?
And-
Albert Bragg?
What?
Albert Bragg. Albert Bragg, that's the name of the GA.
AG.
Letitia James. Yeah.
Oh.
James.
I mean, they threw live bombs into a crowd. Now they didn't go off.
Was it New York? Is it New York DA or the state New York DA or the federal DA?
I don't think it matters. I think no matter what, we're
No,
gonna
no,
get
it's a
conviction.
federal offense because of terrorists. So
It could well be federal because it's terrorism. Who knows?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I remember
because
Bumdani tried to make it sound like it was white supremacists who chucked bombs at Muslims, and it was radical extremists bombing a group of people protesting radical extremism.
The cops actually caught one of them running away, didn't they? I think the FBI got the other one.
Yeah, beat the shit out of the dude too.
I have New York's finest on him.
Yeah, he ran straight at it, jumped a fence or something like that. Like the dude was an actual hero, and I was like, it's good to see this still exists even in New York City. You know,
But he was the guy. Did you see that on Facebook? They showed the video. There was a guy protesting for Palestine, and he actually jumped on the guy's back to throw the bomb into the reporter.
I got that video, dude. I can share it to you.
That's just
like-
unbelievable.
Immigrants are welcome here. Next thing you know, like a guy tossed the bomb over him. Like fucker.
There goes your argument, mate.
I just don't understand the logic behind blowing shit up. Like, we're making a point. I was like, you killed a bunch of people. You know what I mean? That have no say in anything. It didn't affect shit, except for maybe bring a United States freaking Navy or Air Force strike upon wherever you came from.
Right.
Mate, it's been basic terrorist game plan, isn't it? You look like what the IRA did. The IRA used the bomb as their best weapon.
Yeah, the IRA, I'm gonna say, is a little bit different in that at least they were fighting an ongoing battle versus for their own land, almost like a revolution. Versus, I'm gonna fly halfway across the planet and then smash a plane into a giant tower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also got between the war between religions as well, Protestants versus Catholic.
I mean, that was a long
Ulster.
time ago, though.
Ulster versus IRA, like Northern Ireland,
Yeah,
Great Britain.
I know. I'm just saying it's a little different than global terrorism. That was very local. They had a specific battle they were trying to fight on their homeland, what they considered their homeland.
Yeah. I get it, but all I'm saying is the weapon of choice for these terrorists are the bomb.
Well, it's easy.
Yeah, and you don't use
Problem is they're not
numbers.
doing any real damage. They're just killing civilians.
Exactly. If
You
at
know,
all.
If you're gonna bomb something, at least bomb the government building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which
That's
is hilarious
Not-
is that these bombs got tossed at the freaking mayor's mansion.
and you're not promoting it neither, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, obviously not. I'm just saying if you're gonna. That's why I don't think this terrorism thing is real.
We need evidence. We want to make sure that's real. Like, yep, that looks real.
Well, not even that, dude, but like, I'm not a fucking genius. I haven't studied bomb making, but I can make something that blows up pretty easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
I think you can get
basic...
ChatGPT to tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Probably
No, because they're gonna get reported.
No, ask
to
it about a
that.
catastrophic
I am not
fail.
doing that.
Yeah.
No, you ask it for like what might cause a catastrophic fail with gunpowder storage, for example. You know what I mean? And it'll tell you, and it's like, oh, there you go. But like, you could, if you wanted to do damage to civilians, there's so many better and easier ways to do it. I could take bleach, 100 gallons of bleach, right? Go up onto a rooftop in New York City, 100 stories up, and pump it out aerosolized and just poison everyone below me. And it would be so easy. It would be so easy. And that's just a simple one, let alone making explosives. It just, I don't know, man. Like, I think if this terrorism thing was real, they would be more devastating attacks, like 9/11, for example, or what happened October 7th in Israel. That's real terrorism, but it's not very common to see real acts of terrorism. We usually see futile little, I'm a bitch, I don't know what else to do. So they do something stupid. You know what I mean? I could rig up something in my garage in a matter of hours that I could set that'll fire out 15 shotgun rounds at the same time. Out of a tiny little short barrel, dragon's breath rounds, and just shoot a giant fireball of burning magnesium if I genuinely wanted to hurt people. And I can do it in a couple hours with my weld machine and a little bit of steel tubing. And that's, like I said, this is why I think this shit's not real. Or at least not nearly as wide scale as we've been told.
Right.
And they're trying to govern the fuck out of us still because of terrorism. Just like they did with COVID. Let your average citizen carry a gun. Maybe we'll see less terrorism because an armed neighbor is a polite neighbor. Shit, Australia. You guys just had that crazy fucking shooting at Bondi Beach.
Yeah.
It took some fucking civilian with giant balls and his wheelbarrow to move them around in to freaking take the gun from the guy. Why did it come to that? Why did it come to that? Why couldn't someone there just pull out their handgun and put one in the guy's chest?
Yep.
Why should you have to charge at the man with a fucking semi-automatic rifle and try to take it from him?
Because we've got a buck the system, mate.
Yeah, and God bless that man. He's a true hero. But he shouldn't have had to. Let's be real.
100%.
And let's be real. In that situation, everyone near that man at that time said, "Fuck, I wish I had a gun." They might not have realized they were thinking it, but they definitely were. Granted, your average person goes straight to crying and hiding, but...
Well, there's one guy, they had a video recording him saying, "These fuckers are shooting at us now. We haven't got a gun."
Yeah, exactly. I can't shoot back, right? But yeah, all right, Brian, on to California.
Yep.
I didn't realize Carl Jr. went bankrupt.
This was a franchisee.
Oh, okay,
that owns a bunch of them, and they went to bankruptcy because they couldn't afford the California $20 minimum wage.
I thought Carl Jr. went bankrupt. Then what's the other name?
Hardee's.
Hardee's. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, holy shit! I was like, Carl Jr. That means Hardee's is gone too on the East Coast.
No, it's just the franchise.
And they're not. No, Carl Jr. is not gone. It's just like
this one man went bankrupt.
A whole bunch of
yeah.
Well, yeah, because he had to, what is it they're doing? Is it 20 or 30 for fast food
20.
workers? 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Which led to significant operating expenses, which exacerbated with declining sales over the past 2 years.
Well, yeah, you can't afford to pay your employees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now your employees can't even afford to eat at your own place because you had to raise the price.
This guy
pay
owned
them.
52 Carl's Jr.'s in Southern
Oh,
California and 7
Damn.
in Northern California.
Okay, that's
So
what
he was-
happened when you
he was doing
diversify.
good.
He should have diversified too. You could just depend
Yeah,
on
but
one
Carl's
brand.
Jr. is doing good for him, and he knew how it worked. He could visit all the locations, and they were all supposed to operate the exact same way.
That's good, yeah, but it's
But what do you
still-
mean diversify? He's good at fast food. So what? He does
No,
Burger
no,
King?
he could have
Same
been
problem.
No. He could have invest somewhere else, another state or something like that. Just
Yeah.
you just don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Or a couple of Subway outlets.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have the same problem. That's fast food, so it's still
Yeah.
$20 minimum wage.
No, and I get what Guapo's saying. He's saying invest.
Diversify.
This guy had all his
Diversify.
money in his restaurant chain.
In
It
one
was-
state, because it was
In
easier
one
that
state,
way,
too. You
because
could
you only
go
paid
two
state income taxes. You only had to know the income laws for California. You start adding other states down there, and it's a whole nother ball of wax. You got to know all the tax laws for every single state.
You
You're
wouldn't
That's
even-
why you hire people.
You wouldn't
for
even
the-
try. You wouldn't even try. You would hire an accountant, which is another
That's
person
right.
you have to pay, and he's going to get paid way more than your employees are in your restaurants. He's probably going to make 6 figures if he's going to run the taxes for your restaurants.
52 chains, mate. You'd have a real good account, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'm certain this guy had one for California. There's no way he was doing all this by himself.
No.
And there's no way he let the individual locations do their own taxes either, because I mean, it's his tax being paid. And granted, he may have studied up to do it himself, but exactly, he moves to another state, dude. Like Brian said, don't even bother trying to learn. Hire someone to do it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they do what like Carl's Jr. and that, like Wendy's and all that do what McDonald's do. They buy the land and lease it out to the proprietor.
The what
the owner.
now?
Well,
Oh,
McDonald's, what they do, they buy the land.
Some
Yeah.
of them
Not
do, not all of
always.
them.
No, a lot of places they just rent the land.
Yeah.
But
That's how
they're the
McDonald's.
ones that. Yeah, sorry.
That's how
It's
McDonald's
a
they
private-
outreach. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them do that, but not necessarily, and none of them do it all the time. If you own a plot of land and you want to put a McDonald's on it, McDonald's will do the franchise thing with you once you pay the application fee and show that you.
Which is like
your
$1 million.
business plan. Yeah, yes, it's like $1 million or $500,000 just to apply for the franchise. But you also have to show a business plan to show that you're going to bring money in to make McDonald's money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Pizza Hut would own land and it would just sit there with an abandoned Pizza Hut for 30 years. Oh, wait a minute. I see those every now and then.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are still Pizza Huts, though, and it's still
Not as
decent
very many.
pizza.
They're very few and far between.
I got one near me, and I brought my kids to it.
You could eat
Mostly-
inside.
There were 3 tables to sit at, but I was like, we're sitting at Pizza Hut and we're eating, damn it.
I mean,
Well,
I think they
so-
screwed themselves when they got rid of the lunch buffet.
Yeah.
I think the Book It program was the big deal for Pizza Hut. Remember that?
No.
Kids in elementary school would read books,
Mm.
and you got a star. After so
Yeah.
many stars, you got a free single-serving pizza for a child at Pizza
Yeah.
Hut.
And that brought the parents in.
That brought the whole
Yeah.
family in for the one
Yeah.
free pizza. They buy 2 pizzas for
Yeah.
the one free small one. They made money, and it encouraged kids to read more books.
Yeah.
It's like if I read one more book this week, and it could be a 10-page book, a little storybook. If I read one more book this week, I can have pizza on Friday.
Mhm. Yeah. So, in other great California news, there's this, I guess, political entity that's pushing for a $30 minimum wage to go on the
That's-
ballot for Oakland.
That's where I came up with $30. That's why I kept thinking $30. Yeah, and this has been proven to have failed everywhere else in California, to include Carl's Jr., right?
Let's just do it again.
And not just this guy doesn't just want fast food; he wants this across the board in Oakland, right?
Yep.
What business is going to open a business or run a business in Oakland at that point?
Nobody.
Wouldn't you just open your business right across the border to the next city?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what gets me, man. It's like, oh, we're going to these.
Yeah, okay, dude. Okay, you put in too much thought into this. You're not putting emotion into this. Okay, emotion is gonna be like, yeah, let's do this because people gonna feel great. Yeah, logically, this shit's not gonna work.
Well, here's the question: is if you raise minimum wage to $30 an hour, what does that do to your journeyman welder? Is he now making minimum wage, or does his pay increase as well? If I'm gonna make the same amount of money working at the Gap folding sweaters and putting them away as I would where I could melt my face off or electrocute myself to death, why would I take the dangerous job?
Exactly. You wouldn't.
And if you increase everyone else's pay accordingly, then all you did was leave everyone in the same place economically, except for the people that don't have jobs who now can't afford to do anything. Like I said, you just raised the floor.
Yep.
You guys see the video of this guy in Ontario, California?
No.
The factory worker?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Giant fire in California, dude.
Oh, he turned. Oh, yeah. So that he put. Yeah, there.
The place that makes the toilet paper for like Charmin and all these like major name brands.
Uh-huh.
Dude decided he didn't get paid enough money in California, so started like 3 or 4 fires in the toilet paper. Recorded himself doing it and published it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Was that
Because there's no
the
fucking
criminal
footprints.
file?
There's no footprints in the cell phone video. There's not. I just saying.
Oh no, they got him in custody.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying there's footprints in your cell phone
It's just fucking crazy. And he's like, well, maybe you paid me a living wage. Why don't you learn a fucking skill?
Improve yourself.
What does he do? Like, let's be real. Like, he was in a giant warehouse, so chances are he either worked at a desk upstairs or operated a forklift. If he's complaining about how much money he made, he was probably operating a forklift.
Well, he did compare himself to Luigi Mangione.
He did, and this is something we brought up when the Dems started cheering for Luigi.
Yeah.
It was like, this is just going to bring more.
Oh, after AI, yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
He complained about not getting paid enough, so he burned the place to the fucking ground. Giant fire, enormous. And now everyone else who worked with him is out of work until this shit's rebuilt.
And it may be a while.
And the company that owned it, insurance is going to cover this. You didn't hurt the company, you hurt everyone else who's the same boat as you.
Yeah.
These fucking morons never put a goddamn second of thought into a damn thing they do.
Nope.
I suppose if you he's going to be unemployed, mate, like go and live in a place where you pay don't pay taxes, and you get food free. Go to jail.
Yeah, well, exactly. He's about to go to prison, and he's going to get a free 3 hots and a cot.
Yeah, he won't have to pay taxes, but
yeah, we're going to pay for it instead. But I was like, dude, like you could have learned a skill. And I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't take a little bit of understanding to operate a forklift, but let's be real. For someone who's not a goddamn moron, it's about 20 minutes of training, isn't it?
Yep.
Guap, I'm certain you've operated a forklift. A repeat offender, you look like you have. Brian, you might have.
I did a Humvee. Does that count?
No.
What?
I drove a Humvee.
Humvee's not a forklift.
It could
I
be.
I worked at steel mills at BHP, mate. I made steel, so we had to learn how to drive ram trucks and fork trucks.
Yeah, the forklift is seriously like 20 minutes of training. Like
Ram trucks,
this
yeah.
is the throttle.
10
This is backwards. This one here lifts your forks. This one here tilts them back, right? And there you go. That's all you need to know.
You got no weight bearing and all that load placements, shit like that too.
Yeah, but that's but toilet paper, dude.
I know, mate. Yeah.
You know, it's not even like he had to worry about tipping the thing over.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have to worry about tipping it over. Like they took minimal skill. Anyone could do his job with an hour of training. And he's upset he didn't make enough money. Meanwhile, California has the highest minimum wage in the country.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
And we need a livable wage. So, well, this clearly didn't work by increasing minimum wage. So let's fucking do it again, right?
Uh-huh. Keep it up.
But California, who's got the higher taxes?
If it
California
don't
or
work
New
the first
York?
time, maybe it'll work the second or third time.
No,
Who's
it
got the
seems
biggest
like
tax rate? Sorry, who's got the bigger tax rate, California or New York?
depends on what. You talk about income or you know what I mean? What are
Budget,
we
budget.
taxing?
Like fuel-wise, food-wise, and stuff like that?
Well, New
Just basic
Jersey
living?
has the highest tax on tobacco. But New York City taxes you, and so does it New York State and the federal government on your income.
Right, okay.
So, I mean, it depends on what tax you're talking about.
Yeah, no,
Homeowners
just
tax in
general living
Massachusetts
taxes.
is getting out of control.
Is it basically like, what I was trying to say, like, if you're talking about, like, sorry to interrupt you, mate. So you've got like taxes, right? Say, for example, you're talking about California taxes, right? And then you're talking about all these other ones where they're trying to increase the minimum wage. So, like, your wages have got to offset your tax, haven't they? You sort of like your
Well, yeah,
you know,
as
you
you
tend to-
increase minimum wage, you increase the amount of tax taken in, too.
yeah, that's right. So there's got to be that balance in
Assuming
between, isn't there?
assuming these jobs get filled, and instead of businesses closing or just moving out of the area, which we're seeing a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like I said, our local bar, you weren't here for it. My local bar, the nearest place I can get a beer, just closed their doors. Which is too bad because I was
You
just
gonna open
talking
up
to
your
the,
own bar now?
oh God, no. There's not enough people that want to go out and drink a beer. And I was just talking to the owner, and I was like, "This just you don't get enough traffic." And this is
I
like a
don't
couple days ago.
I think the problem was that he got a lot of good publicity a couple weeks ago about that guy that left his kids at home while he went to go get shit faced.
Yeah,
You
that
joking?
was that same place. But yeah, I was just talking to him about like how to bring in more people, how to spend less on this and that. And I was like, dude, I'll take your aluminum cans for free. He's like, what do you mean you'll take them? I was like, I'll take them because he serves everything out of a can or a bottle. There's no taps.
Well, there's where he's losing all his money.
Yeah.
Yes, but I was like, I'll take them off your hands. He's like, well, I'm paying someone now. I was like, well, yeah, and I said, I'll take them for free.
Right.
He's like, well, what are you gonna do with them? And I showed him like my Forge setup on my phone. And I was like, I'm just gonna cast them into bars until I have a truckload full and then drive it out and sell it for just net weight. And he was talking to me about like setting something up where I actually worked for him doing this instead of separate. And then like 2 days later, he like closed his bar. But I was like, man, you need to get like 3 more TVs and play like Monday Night Football in here or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or something.
Yeah.
But the walls are painted black.
Oh, very
Like you walk
dingy.
in, it feels like a dive bar when you walk in. And they claim they're a family-friendly restaurant, but they like have a grill out back they'll cook hot dogs or burgers on. Yeah.
Anyways, hey guys, let me get out of here. I gotta get up in the morning.
All right, man.
Right, brother,
safe.
take care, mate.
Good night, guys.
All right,
See you, mate.
you
Take
too,
care.
You do.
California did their 5% wealth tax they put in place, which
Yep.
Still not sure exactly how this works. Are they taxing you your net worth or how much cash you have in the bank?
Let me look at this article again.
It says wealth tax and it says worth this much, but isn't that subject to what someone else will pay to buy your stuff? Because when you have assets, realistically, net worth is just an estimate, right?
Yeah.
The government levy an annual wealth tax on the total net worth, including stocks, business ownership, real estate, and other assets, regardless of whether someone sells those assets.
Well, okay, then these people all need to
Apparently,
hire
this is
Letitia
a
James.
tax that's already been implemented in parts of
Yes.
Europe, and California's copying it.
Yeah. Well, what these
France
folks need to
does
do.
it.
But the thing is, you own a bunch of stock. Okay, so you're worth $100 million, right?
But not that's
Yeah,
only on paper.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
you have a nice house. We'll say you have $1 million house, really nice place, right where you want, built up. You got the gate in the front with the brick wall, and you're a quarter mile from the road. You don't have $20 million sitting in the bank necessarily. You might just
Yeah,
be
that's
enjoying your like. I made my money. I'm done working,
And that's
and
why
I'm
so
gonna
many people
slowly.
are leaving California and more are going to because of
It's
policies
making
like this.
retirement impossible.
Yep.
You have to constantly sell stuff to be able to pay your tax because you own stuff.
Yep.
Does this tax 401k?
Oh yeah.
So okay, your retirement fund is being taxed
Yep.
because you have it.
Yep.
Why bother saving money instead of blowing it? They're just going to take it anyway. California was talking about taxing you after you leave the state, not
And
just.
and that's our next article. Most blue states, especially in the Northeast where you came from and California, they're looking for ways to keep their welfare states going, because they've got huge welfare programs involved in their states.
Yeah,
And
well, California, New York, Washington, Massachusetts, Michigan, and Connecticut want to tax you if you want to move out of the state.
all blue states.
All blue states. And I got out of Massachusetts before they passed it. Brian, you moved in as Michigan's trying to pass this. Can you imagine being taxed for leaving? Would you just not pay it and let them come find you?
sure.
Well, let's be real. Michigan's not going to come get you when you move
No,
out, right?
no, I don't make that much money.
I was going to say, especially
I actually
the
make
situation
less
you're in right
money.
now,
I
they
make
might owe you
less money
money.
now than I did in Virginia. So,
Michigan might actually give you money to leave. That's what's crazy is that they want to tax people to leave, but they're offering tax incentives for people to move in.
yeah, yep,
This sounds like the fucking Berlin Wall. We're going to entice you to come over here, then you're not allowed to leave.
pretty much.
All
But
right.
blue states are so dependent on wealthy people living in their states, that and
Didn't
they're
we just?
not they're not tax friendly states, It's like that's why
Didn't
so
we
many
just?
people are moving to Texas and Florida, because they
West Virginia,
in West Virginia, yeah,
believe it or
exactly.
not, a lot of people move in here. It's the most moved
So let,
into state right now. But
so let me
I
get this
swear we
right.
just watched Hochul. I swear we just watched Hochul beg the wealthy people to come back to New
We
York.
did. We definitely did.
So let me get this right. They want to tax you on asset riches, but not actual financial riches,
Correct.
monetary riches. You know what I mean?
So you inherited a very nice house from your very wealthy father, but you are not wealthy.
You got
You
to pay a
now owe
tax on that.
taxes.
Yep.
Not just property tax, but you have to figure out how to pay anyway. But you owe tax for simply, on top of that, for simply owning it.
So
You'd
you
end
might
up
have
having to sell
$250 in
it
your bank
in
account.
order to pay the taxes.
And then,
Right.
and
So,
then that brings up the question: or should I just sell it before tax season ends so I don't get taxed on it?
so that basically becomes an inheritance tax as well.
Exactly.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you collect an inheritance. Your father dies, right? And gives you everything he had saved his entire life, which I'm going to be 100% fair here. Boomers didn't save shit. Uh, they hold a lot of the wealth, in terms of they own more property. Like your average boomer owns like two or one and a half homes or something like that, or two and a half homes.
Yep.
Uh, but they're selling them slowly as they age. Your average boomer is, quote, living life to the fullest and leaving nothing for their children.
Yeah, I heard that. That's everywhere. That's not just happening in America, it's happening out here.
Yeah, and yeah, they went and completely changed the way the world works, because everything was safe and fine after World War II, right? Everyone made
Yep.
a ton of money, and now they're like, oh, it's gonna be like this forever, and they still believe that shit. While their kids are can't come up with a freaking $200,000 to buy a house. I mean, let's be real. Brian, that,
So a lot
that
was
place
going,
you got in Virginia, it's not enormous. It's a modest home in a modest
No.
neighborhood, but it's not
Yeah.
garbage.
Yep.
It's got to be worth at least 200 grand, right?
Right.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yep.
My father bought his place in Massachusetts in the 70s for $68,000. It sold for over 600,000.
Yeah.
That's just insane how much that's gone up. And wages have not kept pace, which I think is going to be the big issue because the only real wealth boomers are holding these days, because like I said, they're spending everything, is their property. What's going to happen when they do die and pass this on to their kids? All of a sudden, there's going to be a surge, which has already begun because we've already hit the mortality cliff of the boomers, right? They've hit the
Yeah.
life expectancy. When all of a sudden a whole bunch of high value homes dump into the market, the bottom is going to fall out of the market. Because you inherit a house worth $1 million and you go, oh, awesome. And you try to sell it and you can't get $1 million because there's 800 other houses in 50 miles just as nice selling for less. So you drop it down to 800, all the way down to below $500,000. You just want to get rid of it. You know, I don't intend to live in Massachusetts. For example, and yet it's going to be a mess. It's going to drop the prices of houses nationwide. And what's worse is people are going to be paying taxes on these homes in these places that tax your wealth for simply owning them because they can't get rid of them.
Right.
Could you imagine inheriting $1 million house and selling it for 200 grand because you're just tired of paying the tax?
Exactly.
All right. Brian, you followed this a lot more than I, so but I did pay attention when I heard they came around from the dark side of the moon and reestablished contact with NASA. But since then I haven't paid much attention except for the ship they sent out to recover them.
Yep. Navy ship. Yeah, I've been following this the last 10 days. Kind of it, Christine, seeing NASA get back into the space business, Everybody made a big deal about us flying around the moon and back, but I mean, whatever. Um, but we had some issues with the Artemis 2 toilet. It malfunctioned several times, and they thought they were blaming it on it being too cold, so they weren't able to make it work. Um, this toilet cost $23 million to design and replicate and put on this spacecraft. So you would think for $23 million, they would figure out how to make the toilet work because it is a very expensive toilet. So
It's which is funny. It immediately made me think of the Big Bang Theory, which immediately brought me to Sean Stafford because I was always the example he brought up to make fun of stuff.
right.
But they had a thing where the engineer, Wolowitz, I think was his name, designed the toilet for the space station. And he's like, "Oh, it's got to be hearty." I'm like, "We're dealing with a space toilet." And he goes, "With a bunch of Russians that eat, hearty Russians with a potato-based diet."
hmm
Yeah. But then it failed, and it made me laugh. But let's be real, toilets don't work the same way in space, do they?
No. And it was a $23 million toilet. So,
What's crazy? It's only the second most expensive toilet ever made.
right. Second.
What I'm genuinely curious because I didn't read the whole article. Is
I
it
don't even know
Trump's
if it's
golden
in here.
toilet?
Let me
Huh?
look. I don't know. It's got to be in here. Let me look at this article.
It mentions in there that it's the second most expensive toilet ever, right?
yeah, I think there was
And
one
all I could
made
think
in
It
was,
was
Saudi
it was 3D printed.
I'm just wondering if the
The
number one
first
most expensive
model
toilet was made
on
of
the
gold.
International Space Station in 2020, and that cost 11.5 million. Wasn't the other one 23 million? That's be
Oh, so maybe that's why it's the second most expensive then.
okay, but it's not the actual most expensive.
No, the first one was, right?
No, it was only 11.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. So
oh no,
possible.
no. Space Shuttle Endeavor's waste collector system, which debuted in 1992, cost 30 million to create and install, but adjusted for inflation, have been 70 million in 2026.
Yeah,
That's where they're coming up with this ridiculous number.
you need a proper seal and vacuum to be able to safely poop in space, right?
Yeah.
Like urine would be gross enough, but at least you could catch that in a bag if you wanted
Well,
to.
that's
You know
what
what
they
I mean?
switched to when the thing froze up. They switched to bags to pee in.
To pee in. Can you imagine taking a dump in that thing? And then what do you do with it?
How many
Like throw it out
dumps
the
do you think
window?
how many dumps do you think they took when they were eating freeze-dried food for 10 days?
They're still pooping.
Not every day.
No, it might be hard as a rock, but they're still pooping.
Not every
I reckon
day. I bet they
number
pooped
one.
once or twice in 10 days on that
There's a lot
crappy
of number
diet they
ones.
were on.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be enough to bind them up.
Well, yeah, I mean, they weren't gone long, right?
Only 10
Because
days.
10 days. Yeah, and I kept hearing everyone kept talking about the moon, like we're going to the moon. And I'm like, this is a different thing altogether. I
We
still
didn't even
don't even.
land on the moon.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why we did this. But we just
They did
orbited the
it
moon and
to
came
get
back.
more intel about setting up our moon base.
Yeah, the mother-in-law was telling me that they got pictures of the dark side of the moon.
Yep.
And I was like, how?
They flew around it.
Yeah,
They circumnavigated it.
but there's no sunlight.
They did it with the iPhone.
It'd be complete blackness.
They did it with the
Wouldn't it?
iPhone.
No, yeah, okay. Oh, cool. Your iPhone. You get a picture of a black circle on the dark side of the moon, right? There's
Not unless
no
it's a
light
Samsung.
on it, huh?
Not unless it's a Samsung. You got that new night vision on the Samsung phone.
What's it? No, you need some
Samsungs
crazy
weren't authorized on the mission.
because they're Korean, right?
Send it back. SMS it back.
I
And
found
it-
out recently that like South Korea's like entire economy is Samsung.
I'm sure it is.
It's something like 40% of their income of their economy is Samsung bringing in money. I was like, fuck.
And this amphibious transport dock ship, LPD 26, John P. Murtha, they were the ones that took the Navy divers out there, and they were the ones that were picking up the Orion spacecraft.
Yeah, and this guy, John Murtha, who was he?
I don't
They
know.
I know they made a big. He's some Pennsylvania guy.
Let me look it up.
I know. I just opened it up. Oh, late and long-serving Pennsylvania Congressman John P. Murtha.
He was a Marine Corps veteran.
Okay.
He died in 2010, and he lived from 1932 to 1910. He was a Democrat.
Hey, I got no problem with that. That's you don't usually find.
He was a
vets.
veteran of the Vietnam War, retired as a colonel. Well, this was the older generation of Democrats, so he was probably.
It was different. It was different. He would be conservative by today's standards.
Yeah.
Which is exactly the thing I keep bringing up with the whole ask not what you can do for your country, but what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. No way the Democrats would elect Kennedy today. No way.
No.
I don't think they would elect Clinton or Obama today.
Nope.
Yeah, too far left they go now.
Yeah, Obama was the deporter. Still in this point in Trump's second presidency, he hasn't deported as many people as Obama had.
Never will.
But I think it's more than that, mate. You look at even Obama just before this last election, 24. Obama went and tried to hit up all those Black American guys, remember? And he got a negative report from it.
Yeah.
Not one of them paid attention to him.
Oh, that's because it wasn't the black population that voted Obama in office. It was liberal white women.
Yeah.
They
So
felt better about themselves.
there was a sweeping presidential immunity ruling from SCOTUS.
That was a while ago.
Why are we
This
talking
is
about it
talking.
this week?
They're talking about now how these folks, whichever article this is, ABC thinks that Trump is trying to push the line to seize as much power as possible now because the Supreme Court uh, con- confirmed or affirmed that the president is immune from prosecution while undertaking official duties as president of the United States. We talked about this like a year ago,
Oh
years ago,
yeah,
didn't we?
easy. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what this is referring to. They're saying that he's grabbing as much power as he can. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. The judicial system is taking up as much power as possible. How is it possible that a fucking a bench federal judge in like Pennsylvania could overrule the president of the United States left and right?
That's what they're trying to do.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Look
I
what
mean,
the
what?
auto pen did.
Huh?
Look what the auto pen. Look what the auto pen did.
Huh? I know.
Autopen did good shit.
But like for real, what do the Democrats stand for right now? Like what's their platform that they're running on?
Hate Trump.
TDS.
Hate Trump.
TDS.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why there's no that's why they're having so much freaking crazy shit happen. And now something I saw recently, it was an interview with folks. None of them could say what they actually stand for.
Right.
They were just more willing or more likely to vote for a candidate because they could beat the Republican candidate.
Exactly.
Well, you
And I was
you look
like,
at the amount
that's
of shutdowns.
ridiculous. They might
That's not a good campaign to run on.
no.
But you look at the amount of shutdowns they've had now too, and every time they pull on a shutdown in the last year or so, it's always come back on them. They try to blame it on Trump, and it's always come back onto them.
Maybe that's what I should do. I should finally go ahead and run for office, but run for federal Congress as a Democrat in West Virginia. And when everyone starts to look at me funny in West Virginia, I'll be like, oh, I'm like a 1990s Democrat. It's like
Wear your hoodie.
the left wing are out of their mind, but we need someone to say, hey, you guys are going a little too far over there too. You know what I mean?
Wear a hoodie and do a
Yeah,
Fetterman.
Fetterman style.
Yeah.
Yeah, a hoodie and shorts.
Yep.
Exactly. Did Fetterman beat me to it? Is he actually? Yeah, no. Fetterman is a 1990s Democrat, though, isn't he? Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's old
How
school.
did he win in Pennsylvania? Was it because of the stroke?
Probably. No, I think he won because he was a Democrat,
Yeah.
with or without the stroke.
Oh, he already had the nomination by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did too.
I mean, that's too bad what happened to that man for real. But he actually has had an amazing recovery. Good for him. And he's a Democrat. I got a feeling I could actually sit down with and have a conversation with who won't just call me names.
Mate, he's the only Democrat I put forward for presidential candidacy.
Rokana.
Maybe.
You,
I reckon Fetterman outshining with bloody few things now. I think Shapiro's gone. I don't think he'll be up there.
hey, I'm telling you, Tulsi Gabbard is gonna go back Democrat after this MAGA thing is over, and she's gonna make a run for office.
Yeah, she'd be decent. She'd be a decent candidate too.
Yeah, she actually has a chance to win instead of some fucking far left nut job. You know what I mean? And we brought this up before, Brian. I was like, the Democrats need to run Tulsi Gabbard, was what I was saying for how long, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
To the point where she's like, fuck it, I'm a Republican now.
Yeah.
She got ostracised quite a fair bit though there. They ostracized
Yeah.
her quite a bit.
Yeah, and the Dems are not a big fan of the prodigal son.
No, they're not in forgiveness.
Oh, you're supposed to love the prodigal son more for having left and come back. I'm sure only Christians would get that reference.
No.
I hope you did, Brian.
Oh yeah.
All right. I got a feeling you know scripture as well as I do. You just interpret it differently.
Yep.
Like, check this out, repeat offender. Brian doesn't believe in evolution.
Ooh, that's a
As
hard
a
one.
Catholic, you
That's
shouldn't believe in it
it.
either.
No, I have an easy explanation for this. One, no man can understand God's plan. Two, what is a day to God at the creation of the universe? It's not a day to man because it was before days existed. A day could have been 100 million years. Uh, and then when he said, "Let there be man," boom, that's when it happened.
So I
Yeah, I
agree.
think
I
it's
bet
just
you
written
agree with telehealth abortion too.
Fuck you and your couch, okay? Abortion is wrong, and I don't understand how. I'm still not even sure what this article says. Apparently, they're still allowed to sell their day morning after pill nationwide, even in states where it's illegal. Is that what just happened?
Yep, and they're doing it via telehealth.
Yeah, but telehealth. What you getting an abortion over the phone? Is that what
Yep.
that is?
Uh-huh. You're meeting with a doctor over the phone, and they're prescribing the pill to your local pharmacy.
Oh, so like Colorado is prescribing the medication, and you're getting it filled in Arizona, for example.
Yeah.
Oh no, no. Okay, well, the court can. I guess the court can say they're allowed to write their prescriptions. The mail is allowed to carry it, but the states can come out and say the pharmacy is not allowed to have that product on their shelf.
Right.
So you'd have to have it shipped directly to your house, which I think is illegal, right?
They're crossing state lines with it.
Yeah, well, you have to pick up medication at a licensed pharmacy. You can't get
Oh,
it.
there's mail order pharmacies. I get my prescriptions mail ordered to
Can
me
you?
in Virginia from the
Can you?
military.
See, that seems wrong, and I see problems coming about because of this. And oh, look, we're mailing abortion pills to where abortion is illegal.
Exactly. What could
Yeah,
possibly go wrong?
I mean, I can get my glaucoma prescription for marijuana out of California delivered to a state where marijuana is illegal 100%.
There are companies that do that already.
Really? I mean, I
Yes.
know these guys that sell that THCA or
No, no,
whatever is the
no.
fake stuff.
There's other companies out there that mail order weed all through the 50 states. You order it
Sounds like a
online and it
really good
just
way to
comes to
get in
you.
a sounds like a really good way to get in a lot of trouble because it's illegal federally, right?
Yeah.
And to use the postal system to do that sounds like holy shit, that sounds like mail fraud.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, isn't it? Like if you use a private delivery service, that's where they can get done. But if you use federal mail,
Good point. UPS and FedEx are a real thing.
yeah,
And what's the other one? Hertz that you never see anymore with like a orange truck or something.
Yeah, they don't do shit.
Yeah, you see one every now and then. You're like, shit, they still exist. Like, what do they actually do? You know? Uh, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think of private delivery companies, parcel companies. But yeah, exactly. United Parcel Service, UPS, could deliver it for, but they can still get nabbed by the state for having this product in the state where it's illegal, though, right?
Yeah.
and UPS trucks are going to get pulled over and searched.
Yeah, but you need a reason to search. So like they'll find ways to look for it. They will. I'm predicting this. The states will find ways to crack down on this, and it's going to increase delivery time. It's
Hmm.
going to increase cost for everything else until these third party companies stop doing it to states where it's illegal. Like we're
Mate,
not
look,
doing it because it's
it's like finding the needle in the haystack. They won't take it on. There's ways around everything.
yeah, but all you need is like one truck to get into an accident. Like we just had a UPS truck go off the road, like 30 feet down the side of the mountain before a tree stopped
Ooh,
it. Yeah. It's what's great is my brand new phone that I just got was in it. And check this out. I got this on purpose. It's a little door that protects your cameras that you have to open.
huh.
So I don't my last one I accidentally scratched the lens. I was like, fuck. But this was had stupid insurance on it, so they had it in a special case to keep it safe.
Yeah.
But at that point, now the government has the authority to inspect the cargo because they're handling the. All you need to do is find one thing that shouldn't be here, and now they have the circumstances to search the entire shipping facility. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
shit will come up, and then as soon as all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we found abortion pills on this wrecked truck," we're gonna go check out the local distribution plant where you ship it out of. You know where it gets shipped into. And well, then we just found 7,000 more. You're either gonna pay a 20 million or $200 million fine. You're gonna go out of business, or you're gonna agree to stop doing this in this state.
Yeah, look, I get that, mate. I fully understand what you're saying, but I can't see him waking up one day and say, "Oh, let's pull over a UPS truck randomly."
Not pull over. Wait for an accident to happen. Wait for or any reason that you could search this thing.
Yeah, but
They'll
you
come
still
up
have
on
to have
their
evidence
own.
that you're carrying it. You know, you can't just say, "Oh, let's just open up every parcel."
Well, if there's, for example, a big rig tried to go under a bridge that was too low, right? And they're delivering to the distribution center with the big 18-wheeler. They're gonna find out what is in that entire truck before they even try to take care of it, because for all they know, it's full. For all they know, it's full of mercury.
Yeah, you'd have to have a log saying what you're carrying, how much you're carrying, and
Exactly, and they'll look at that, so they don't even need to search it. And if these companies start hiding that, then they get real fucked, because now you're breaking the law and trying to hide it. That's a get nailed twice thing. But I'm just saying, if they're shipping this stuff, the states are going to find a way to crack down on it. Some anyway, because I mean, let's be real. If they outlawed abortion, except for certain circumstances, which I would claim is not an abortion at that point, the woman will die. It's not an abortion. That's a medical procedure to save a woman's life, and unfortunately, the baby died. You know. Yeah, if they went as far as to make it illegal, then they're going to do something to make sure that you're not just getting it from California or Colorado.
yeah.
Right.
Hey, I've got to head out shortly, guys. Did you hear about that Ben Roberts-Smith from Australia?
No,
The Special Forces, dude. I think I sent you guys some stuff. You
maybe.
got special
You
special
sent
forces.
too much stuff.
Oh, mate, I was getting overboard. I was getting too excited. No, well, what happened was our special forces, dude. This has happened back in Afghanistan. Remember when there was blue on green attacks where the Taliban, they were invading as Afghanistani soldiers
All right.
and they were killing people on base. Like they killed 5 Australian servicemen before they got gunned down.
Yeah.
They come on dressed up as the Afghanistani army. We were training them, and they killed our blokes on base. So a couple of them escaped, and they sent out like Ben Roberts, and he's the only people allowed outside the camps and that were special forces. So they sent out Ben Roberts and another crew and that, and they got him. And this weak-ass piss-weak reporter tried to make a story saying that they killed these Taliban or whoever they were in cold blood. So now
Yeah.
we've got a special armed service force officer who, mate, is the highest decorated soldier in the Australian Defence Force. The
Wow.
highest. Like he's got the Victorian Cross. That's the highest award you could get. Now he's facing life imprisonment for doing what he was told to do.
The illegals order thing, but these guys came and slaughtered your people. You cannot capture them all by yourself.
Now,
And
they snuck out.
you got to be certain they fired at him as soon as they knew where he was too.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well, a
not
couple
even
of them
like
got
this.
caught.
Yeah.
Couple of them got. Well, basically, what happened was, mate,
When did this happen?
about 10 years ago, but they've
And
been
now
trying
he's
to
being
investigate.
brought. And now they're trying to bring him to
$300 million.
justice.
$300 million the government spent on trying to get this guy, Ben Roberts-Smith. The ABC, it's like the BBC, and CBC and all that sort of stuff, our TV station, national TV station, they got caught trying to get another Special Arms Forces guy who did the same thing, but they got caught putting gunshots in the actual video of what the evidence that they had.
So they're adding special effects.
Yeah, they paid some guy $700,000 to go and give up a story to go against what this Ben Roberts-Smith and these other guys are doing. They've been caught on that. Yet in a civil court case, Ben Roberts-Smith got found guilty, and now he's been prosecuted
what?
to go to criminal charges. Manslaughter, cold-blooded killing.
Okay, well, okay. That would be a criminal court here, not civil court.
No, it's gone now to criminal court.
Well, civil is
they've
usually
done-
like, I'm suing you because of something.
Now it's gone to criminal. The AFP have stepped in, the Australian Federal Police have now stepped in. They charged him, they arrested him. He's in jail now, waiting for a bail court appearance.
Does the government have any authority at all? Like, for
They're behind it.
can you pardon like the president can?
Nah, can't.
So you can't say no, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's gone. There's no way for this to happen.
It's the only one who can do that. It's a high court. It's like your Supreme Court.
Yeah,
We've
that's not a pardon. That's we're deciding what the law is now because of this.
That's the only way it can be done. You can only go through your judicial
You
system
need
now.
the king to literally step in at this point to say, drop it.
King couldn't even do it.
I don't know. The king can dissolve your parliament.
No, the Governor General can on the King's behalf.
Yeah, same thing.
The King can't actually come into Australia and do it. It's got to go through the Governor General.
Yeah, who's
Federal
going to do
nations
exactly what the
will
king says? So it's the same thing as the king doing it.
Yeah, but they've got to have a reason to do it. There's got to be some sort of catalyst
just
behind
like
it.
everyone remembers Truman dropped the bombs, but Truman didn't fly either plane. It was pilots that no one remembers their names.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's still the king doing it. Let's be real.
And this is what it's all about. And like this guy, he got told orders to go out with his special forces and either get these guys either alive or dead.
That actually sounds like exactly what we would do, and it would never ever come up in a courtroom, honestly.
And it should never.
Even with the shit we're doing, there's no way that would hit a courtroom.
Well, this is the biggest uproar about it. These guys went out and did what they had to do. They didn't break any laws. There was nothing they did wrong. And now he's been charged. And it's a flow-on effect. Like, no one's going to want to join our defence forces now.
No.
Who's going to join up knowing that you're going to be sent out and you're going to be criminally convicted 5 or 10 years later?
You were sent out to possibly die. You survived. And now you're going to go to prison for it. It's like, why would I do this at all?
Yeah.
But I swear to God, the West is doing this on purpose. I swear the entire Western world is demilitarizing.
And they rely on the United States to take care of them.
Maybe, but even the United States is making the military sound fucking terrible. They have for a long time. We had a brief period. We had a brief period after Vietnam for 20, 30 years. Maybe that people actually looked good upon vets. Now it's a thank you for your service, yeah. But what kind of just stupid, disgusting shit did you do? You know?
I can't wait till you guys pull out NATO. NATO needs to bomb up their ass, mate.
Yeah, we're not leaving NATO.
No, I would. If I was Trump, I'd be pulling bases out of Europe, mate, left, right, and centre. What's good at having them there if you can't use them?
The problem is not enough people have read The Art of the Deal. This is Trump's thing, the big ask. You know, this is what's going to happen if this doesn't happen. And then they come to the table with a better offer than you wanted in the first place. But you just never told them what you initially wanted.
Well, NATO are there kissing your ass at the moment.
Exactly. It's exactly the things. I think we're leaving because you guys aren't doing this the right way. And, people are like, oh, NATO doesn't have to get involved. It's a defensive treaty. Yes, but you think your fucking allies would step up and help you in a conflict.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're not obligated to.
But, I mean, this conflict does affect them because I guarantee oil prices in Europe are a hell of a lot more expensive than they are in the United States right now.
New Zealand is out of fucking fuel.
Yeah.
There's no fuel in New Zealand. They've gone dark.
We were close. We just had about 20-something days left. Field reserve. We only got 36 days instead of 90 days field reserve.
Well,
And
that's that funny thing is our fuel reserve, what we publicly publish, is not what we have put aside for the military. The military has their own reserve that stays
I understand,
secret.
mate.
That stays secret. Yeah.
You know what the stupidest thing is? We send crude oil to Singapore to refine it. We send natural gas to
Ship it
Singapore.
right back.
They ship it back to us. We're paying higher rates. We've got so
Skateboards.
much
This is exactly why Trump did the tariffs. Like skateboards. Okay. They cut down trees. Excuse me. In the Pacific Northwest of the United States, like Washington, Oregon, California. They send it to fucking Canada to mill it. You know what I mean? Get it ready. Then they ship it to fucking China to tailor it and build the board. Then they ship it back to us to buy. He's like, this is fucking ridiculous. He's like, how many jobs just disappeared?
A lot.
And it's because you are hiring Chinese slave labor to do the work.
And how much tax and bloody price increases are going on while we send it to 3 different places.
The crazy thing is, I only know this because I follow a particular podcast who's into skateboarding and actually started his own skateboard company. Yeah, who started his own skateboard company because of this. But he would actually make $5 more a board if he shipped them to China.
Yeah, I saw that show.
And he's like, he says it all the time. But he's like, instead I do an American made, it creates American jobs. It's a good board, you know. I was like, fuck. I was like, that's just crazy. And okay, $5 more sounds like a lot on it, but the thing is, the skateboard's like $80 or $45 for even a decent one. Yeah, my skateboard, I got a longboard. I think I paid like $140 on it, which was great in Virginia and Massachusetts, where the biggest hill was like a 30% decline over like 50 yards. I could get around. Like I actually like used to go to and from work on this thing or go pick up a 6-pack and put it in my backpack. Now I'm on a fucking mountaintop, dude. I can't skateboard anywhere.
Except downhill.
No way am I going to even try that. These are windy, steep. I would die. Right.
Good on you, pussy.
Yes. Okay. If that's what it means, then yes. All right. Come and fuck me. Because no, dude, these things are serious incline. And they're windy ass roads, and it's sheer rock on one side and mountain side on the other, covered in trees.
It's scary.
It's terrifying to drive in until you get comfortable in the area.
Especially when you do it at night.
You got to check out a guy. He did it on Mount Panorama. It's where a V8 series car race, and I've gone around Mount Panorama. It's scary. A guy's gone down it on a skateboard. You have to watch it.
Oh no, some guys are experts at this, but there's no way I would even attempt this. I would die. Anyway, so the Justice Department is looking into the NFL for licensing too many games to like cable,
Peacock,
and Peacock and
all
Netflix,
the streaming services, Amazon, Netflix,
paid services.
Disney.
Yeah, well, they're upset about this, and all I can think of is why. Why does the Justice Department care where the NFL sells their product?
Because the NFL has a special agreement with the federal government.
They do pay far less tax than a lot of stuff because they bring in so much money.
Yeah.
So is that what they're worried about? Fewer people are going to watch it because it costs to watch sometimes? I think the numbers came out, it was like 40% of their games, you have to have some kind of paid service to watch.
Well, the NFL just came out and said, I saw this on the news tonight before the show, that they're saying that 80% of their games are
80%
available on non-paid services.
Yeah, network TV.
All local games are available to local people. But the problem is,
I've always noticed that
NFL
every
ain't local
sport
anymore.
Yeah, that's for damn Skippy. What, they're playing in Australia or just did?
No, they've got a game coming out, San Francisco and LA Rams.
But
Yeah, out in
what I'm saying
Australia.
is like the NFL fan base is based. I mean, I just moved back to my local area after 30 years. It's like I had to rely on NFL Sunday Ticket and bars to the VFW to see my games that I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's expensive. Let's be real. But
See, in
I get that.
Australia,
It didn't start out expensive.
Oh, Sunday ticket's always been expensive.
No, I
in
haven't.
Australia, we got laws, government laws, like we've got to have a lot of our sport on free to air TV. We got free to air and we
Apparently
got
we do.
paid
Apparently
subscription.
we do too, but that's because they're getting subsidized.
Yeah, but we've got to have so many games. So we watch your NFL on Channel 7 here Monday morning. That's a free to air station. But we also get it on like Disney services, EPL soccer from England. We get it on
Yes.
Paramount. But we also we get it on a channel called SBS. That's a world channel. Like
Oh,
in Australia, it's
every now and then I'll watch an Australian sport live on one of my streaming services because it's there. I'm like, they're like, oh, the World Cricket Championship is in Australia. I'm like, why the fuck not watch? I know how the game works at least,
well, that's
Rugby's
it.
more exciting.
Rugby is
You
more
got yeah,
exciting, but I think rugby gets too much credit over American football.
not enough, mate.
It's
We
a
need
different
more.
it's a different game altogether.
Oh yeah, it
It
definitely is.
really is.
It's definitely a different
Well,
game.
that's where
People
we're
keep trying
working
to
with the
compare the two, and
NFL.
I'm like, they're not the same. They're not the same game.
No, not at all. I never said they were.
I know, but that's like comparing. But there's always a comparison. I'm like, yeah, that's comparing cricket to baseball. It's not the same game.
No,
There's
like rugby league's
different
different to
rules,
rugby
different
union.
everything.
Well, we got rugby league and rugby union. They're two different codes of sport. Rugby league's
Yeah.
completely different to rugby union, but they still share the same rugby or football. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, like the AFC and the NFC,
yeah,
or
well,
the
no, they're different
American
rules.
League and the National League.
No, it's not conferences. They're just different codes of football. Like, there's different rules in
Well,
rugby
we got
union.
the we
Oh,
got
different
the
rules.
we got the NFL and we got the not XFL and the
I was saying that's
USFL
gone.
anymore.
That's gone.
But the United States Football League's still around.
Yeah, and Canadians have a football league too.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they play like your American football, don't they?
Yeah, it's American football, but they're playing
But
it.
they got whole different rules.
No, yeah, and then there's arena football. You ever seen that?
Yep.
And there's
That's
lingerie
crazy, crazy, weird rules.
football, the lingerie footy. I like that.
Well, if I'm ever referring to football, I will call it soccer. Okay,
That's the one. We call it
that's
soccer
how we
too,
keep
bro.
them different. Okay. Well, trust me. We already talked about soccer today because Mamdani's rules in New York City about the soccer game coming up has made it so that the American public is not welcome to celebrate the 4th of July for the 250th anniversary
Not
in
at
New York
Central
City.
Park.
Yes.
What?
I
Yep.
know. I know.
Oh, this will be over. This has got to be overturned. How many people do you reckon will still turn up? How many law enforcement officers do you reckon are going to enforce that?
Thousands are going to be there anyway. Because no, the average person has no idea that the law he passed includes this. Like he did an executive thing to keep it safe for the soccer thing, the FISA or FIFA or whatever.
FIFA.
FIFA. Well,
FIFA,
don't get me
yeah, it's a
wrong.
national
The
body.
most popular game on the planet. I respect that. I just personally think the game's stupid. That's just me. I get everyone else loves it. Okay, I'm the weirdo. I get it. It was like the 4th most popular sport in our country.
Yep.
It's the most popular sport in the world.
That's why I
Besides
said
fishing.
that. I just don't get the game. And then like the game ends, but it doesn't really end. Now we have penalty time. And it's like, what the fuck?
I like when they take dives, mate. They show comparison football of bloody soccer versus rugby league, and the hits we put on and the hits they go down on.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is you can get hurt really bad playing soccer. You really get. You can break your leg, something nasty playing that game. But
You might break a nail or two.
no, well, I mean, you really could get hurt pretty bad. But the dives these guys take is NBA style. Like, oh, I'm hurt so bad. It's like, dude, if you got hurt as bad as you are claiming you did, that man would have broken your leg with that leg sweep or whatever, the slide tackle, whatever it is they call.
Yeah.
WWE style.
Yeah, it's like versus you watch rugby or American football. Like, dude completely mashed his finger into garbage in that 30 seconds of action. You know what I mean? And kept playing until the whistle blew, you know?
Broken jaw, busted face.
Yeah.
Keeps playing for another 80 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing is you guys need to wear helmets, but the problem is if you start putting on the hard protective helmets, that means you need to start adding a whole bunch of other pads because the helmet becomes a weapon real fast. You know?
We just put on a jumper, mate. Pair of shorts and socks. Pair of footy boots. That's it. That's all we wear.
Oh no, I've seen plenty of guys wearing the leather pads. It's not thick; it's just a little leather thing, so they're not getting
No one wears
destroyed.
No one wears them anymore. No one wears them anymore. They did in
That's
the
a
80s.
good point. Actually, I haven't seen them in a while. I remember seeing. They all wear leather helmets, though, right?
No, they're
No?
not leather. They're just they're only a couple of players do if they get a concussion or something. They get one or two concussions. It's just all it is a sponge. Just sponge with a bloody white like a white acrylic sort of covering. That's all it is.
If you're concussed, you probably should take a day or two off to recover. That's how you end up like these NFL guys that they got a couple bucks stored away, but they can't speak anymore because they got hit in the head so many times, you know?
That's it, mate. I've got to go, lads. I'm going to take the missus out for a little while. She's convinced me.
All right, man. Have fun.
Patiently, like I'm saying.
Check this out, Brian.
See you guys. Take care.
Later, man. Another judge has sentenced someone to castration.
All right. They gave him the choice to decide.
No, this person did not get the choice this time. This is their umpteenth offense. And female judge, by the way. The only choice this person got was whether it was chemical or surgical.
Oh, wow. Going surgical.
I don't know. Is it a pill? If it's just a pill and it only affects that, I mean, versus having your testes severed, I don't know. But we've talked about this before. And usually you get a choice prison time or castration. I still haven't seen much about this happening because we brought it up as it started.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about it since, honestly. There was a spree for a while. I'm curious, does it work? Do they stop offending? You know?
I doubt it.
Then what good does this do?
Yeah.
At that point, it's just.
Just because you castrate somebody does not take away the urge to like violate people.
Yeah, exactly. Is
more
it
mental
sexual or is it predatory?
Exactly.
And if it's sexual, this might work, but if it's predatory, then it'll just be some other way to victimize people, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. Like I said, I haven't found. I've actually looked this up because of this article. I was like, shit, we haven't talked about this in a while. So I looked it up. I couldn't find enough data to find out if this is actually working because it's just not being done enough in general, you know?
Yeah.
I need a beer.
All right, I'm pausing now.
Anyway, man, on to immigration. You see this TikTok lady who like threw a shit fit about how much the United States sucks and everything's so expensive. And
no, because I don't do TikTok, so
neither do I. But she went viral recently.
Okay.
She moved to Mexico.
Oh yeah. She loved it there. A lot cheaper to live.
Well, she was all excited about the free healthcare until she found out that she's not a citizen of Mexico.
So she don't get free healthcare. It's like going to Canada. You don't get free healthcare there either unless you're a Canadian citizen.
And her kid got sick And all I could think of, and she's like, oh, it was a bacterial infection in the stomach, caused bloody vomit and a bunch of other stuff, like nasty. And all I thought was immediately what everyone who's ever gone to Mexico has been told is don't drink the tap water.
Yep.
The people that live there have immunities to that shit. You
Yeah.
will get violently ill only
Yep.
by bottled water. That's all I can think of. She just moved there. She's bathing in it, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And yeah, the kid got violently ill. The hospital was like, yeah, it's gonna be like $30,000.
Yeah.
And she's like, I thought it was free healthcare. It goes, "Well, yeah, for Mexican citizens. So after 3 months, that's why I think it's the water issue. 3 months, they moved back to the United States.
Hilarious.
Again, if all these people are fleeing Mexico to come here, and it's okay that they come here because they're running away, what the fuck are they running away from, and why are you moving there?
Right. Grass ain't always greener when you want to move away.
No,
We got it pretty good here in the United States, you know.
Yeah, and she was all upset about moving back. She's like, I sold my house. She's got a husband too. She's still married with the kid. They got a family unit. She's like, yeah, we both quit our jobs. We sold our car. We sold our house. And I was like, yeah, like this is a big decision that you have to take seriously before you just flip out because Trump is in office. Like, did you
I did
even
a lot of
look
that
at
to move to Michigan, you know, sold all our cars and stuff like that. Didn't sell the house.
Yeah, exactly. And but you knew exactly where you were going and what was going to happen too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This woman had no idea what was going to happen when she just moved to Mexico.
Right.
She just assumed that they were going to do it the way she wanted it to work in the United States.
No, it's a different country. They got their own
And
rules.
that's the thing is that everyone else in the world does this. Like, no, trust me, if you fucking go there, it will not happen. And we keep hearing stories about these people usually going to Mexico and then coming or England. Fucking Ellen, right? Isn't she in the process of being deported right now?
I think even Roseanne Barr doesn't like being in Ireland anymore. I think she's trying to come back too.
It's like trying to go ahead. No one's stopping you.
No, you're a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, you're a citizen. You can come and go as you please.
Yep.
And that's what's crazy. And she's like, yeah, well, it sucks.
But these are just all the celebrities that are like, oh, well, Trump got elected. I'm moving out of the country. You know,
well, that's the thing.
We can count the number of people that actually did it on one hand.
Well, here's the thing: is that these poor people believed this shit and did it too.
Right.
And they didn't know enough.
And they can afford to live in another country. Even Mexico, they couldn't afford to live in it. They're not like the rich and famous Roseanne Barr and
that's the thing is this family brought $10,000 with them, and I was like, you only got $10,000 cash after like selling your car and your house.
That seems kind of
that seems crazy, but I guess they might have bought a residence in Mexico, but they still should have had more left over.
Yeah, they definitely should have.
And their money was also running out because they couldn't get jobs in Mexico because they weren't Mexican citizens and didn't speak Spanish.
Maybe they should have got some legal jobs.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like they're enforcing the exact shit that you're telling me is fascist.
And depending on what their skill trade was, why couldn't they do remote work?
Because God knows where in Mexico they moved. I doubt it was Cozumel. You know what I mean? It was probably
there's internet everywhere. Starlink provides internet to the most rural areas. I know because I'm doing it.
That's right. I forgot about Starlink. I was going to say a lot of Mexico is still jungle. You know that, right?
Yes, I do know that.
Well, not a lot of people do. For some reason, they picture desert. And I'm like, most of Mexico is a jungle, like tropical rainforest.
Right.
Very little Mexico.
They probably went to Mexico City or one of the border cities that is semi-safe, you know.
Exactly. The border cities where the desert is.
The
Mexico
problem is
is
a
like,
lot of the border cities have a lot of gang issues and stuff like that. That's why you got to pretty much go further inland
well, because
to
they'll rob the
Mexico
tourists.
to get away from the tourism and the, and be actually
Or you go to the
more.
tourist hubs like Cancun, Cozumel, because that's where everyone goes and it's safe to be there pretty much all the time because
No, it's not.
even the gangs don't want to mess with it. You have pit pockets like Virginia Beach, but the gangs stay out of it because it's not worth fucking up the tourism that brings all the money in. That's when the police actually crack down. It's like you're screwing up tourism.
Right.
Uh oh, this is interesting. Where was this? I want to say Massachusetts, but I don't think it was.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fairfax
Fair. Oh,
County.
there you go, Virginia.
I looked, this showed up as a stupid Facebook story that I had to like actually do a Google search to find an actual article to put into the group because I
No,
knew how
you
you
shared a
feel about that.
Facebook thing. Then I had to
No, I
click on
didn't
the link.
know. I found this. I found
All
this.
right. But yeah, he's a grown adult
Yep.
who's going to high school in Virginia.
And groping. He's been allegedly charged with groping dozens of minor kids, minor girls.
Um, w- I'm sorry. Like, okay, I'll accept your argument. Not all illegals. Let's accept that at face value here for this argument. This guy was groping children. He should go to prison, right? Or back to where he came from because he shouldn't be here legally. He's not here legally anyway.
Nope.
I don't understand why they want to keep people like this in the country.
The federal government doesn't, but this was an illegal immigrant from El Salvador who was released in the U.S. under the Biden administration 2024. And we've now filed a detainer against him so he could face removal from the country.
What was he doing in high school?
He's 18. He's probably like a senior.
Oh, okay. When they said grown adult, it says adult. I was thinking like a 25-year-old.
No,
Not
no, 18. He's 18.
it just yeah, we could put him in prison here, but why should we pay for that? It costs less to fly him back to where he came from.
Yeah, he should go home, even though it might not be his home. I do not
But,
care. He's not here
but
legally, so.
no, send him back to El Salvador. El Salvador's is accepting deportees. You know this as well as I. They were accepting people to be put in prison.
Because the U.S. was paying him to do that.
I know, but they will certainly take back their own citizen. They might even have a trial for him diddling a bunch of freaking 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, which is it's tough because he's about their age anyway if he's 18, but you still can't go around just grabbing
No,
tits and ass. You know what I mean?
those were the good old days.
I just saw Archie with Edith singing those were the days at the piano.
Okay.
You don't remember the show?
No.
I think it was called Archie.
Archie?
Uh, yeah, to the moon, Alice. No, that was the honeymooners, wasn't it? Yeah, they had Meathead. That was oh my God, the brilliant actor then director,
Ron Howard?
not Ron Howard, the fat super liberal guy who I hated his opinions on almost
Oh, from
everything.
the
Rob
bunkers?
Reiner.
Yeah, Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner. Brilliant at his field though, in his craft, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got political and I was done with him.
Yeah, I still liked his work. But Rob Reiner was actually an actor on not the honeymoon. I think it was called Archie.
Yeah, yeah, because I was a spinoff of the bunker. It was a spin-off of the Archie Bunker show.
Well, no, it was Archie Bunker was the guy in the opening sequence. He sang a song with his wife Edith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's the
then
show I'm
that
talking about.
show that he was on came after that. It was a spin-off.
All right, all right.
You want me to look it
Eh,
up for you?
No, I believe you. I believe you. I just that was an old show when I was a kid. Uh, anyway, all right. Oh, this is interesting. Mullins, he's what? He's doing DHS now?
He is the second Homeland Secretary. He's been appointed. He got through Senate confirmation. He is in charge.
Yeah. He's talking about using the federal authority of the DHS with airports to basically force states to comply with immigration law.
It's a possibility.
It's very
Um,
interesting idea.
it is, but we're talking about New York City airports. We're talking about San Francisco airports. We're talking about major international airports.
Yes, and he's saying that we will cut off flights in and out of there if you do not abide by the law. Could you imagine New York not having flights in and out every day? Let alone New Jersey and the surrounding areas that can't afford a flight directly into New York.
Right. I
Business would
like the
grind to a
concept.
halt.
I don't know where it's going to go.
I hope it doesn't happen because business will grind to a halt, or
We'll get rid of
finally,
sanctuary cities.
nah, I doubt that. Or people will finally turn the computer on and do it this way instead. Which realistically, how many people need to be in New York City to do business?
Nobody. They're all leaving. That's why they're leaving.
Because they can still do their job from somewhere else. Anyone who's worth any actual money.
Yeah.
And
And this was an article I shared. A woman gave birth on a Caribbean Airlines flight on her way to the U.S.
Yeah, this is obvious what the answer is, but go ahead.
It was in international waters. So this baby is a non-citizen of any country.
No. They're saying it's bringing up birthright citizenship stuff. No, it's if you do birthright citizenship, then it would be a citizen of the nation it left, which is Jamaica.
Right.
Because you have it's still the same place it left until it lands. That's why federal agents can arrest someone on a plane until it touches down in a foreign nation, right?
Right.
Because it's still American at that point. And most countries, this child will be a citizen of whatever nation that their parents were citizens of.
Right.
So this isn't an issue. Just like a Chinese,
Except that she was trying to have the baby born in America.
that's exactly what they were trying to do, but she didn't make it in time.
And that's the issue.
I don't see the issue. They're all
But I
offended
don't
by
think
this.
Jamaica's going to accept it as a citizen either because it was in the air.
Jamaica will, because Jamaica, you don't have to be born in Jamaica to be Jamaican. Like most countries, it's whatever
You know that?
citizenship. Most countries say whatever citizenship your parents have is what citizenship you have.
All right.
United States, Canada, and Indonesia, I think, are the only three countries that have a "you were born here, you're a citizen" thing.
There ain't many.
If you
That's why
go
Trump's
and have
trying
a
to get
kid,
rid of it.
yeah, you try. If you go to Australia and pop a kid out, that kid is not Australian.
I guarantee if the Supreme Court rules against birthright citizenship, it will cut down on illegal immigration yesterday.
I know what you mean. People
There'll
will
be
stop
no
trying to have their
incentive to
babies here.
exactly. There'll be no incentive for the Chinese to charter planes that fly pregnant women over here.
Yeah, well, that's what's terrifying is they already did, and now we have these kids that were born here that have citizenship, but they're also Chinese citizens who got flown back as soon as they were old enough to do it they're gonna grow up in the CCP their entire lives and run for
They're going to
president of
come
the United
back.
States when they're 35.
They're running for president.
Yeah, and honestly, how long was this happening before Obama pointed it out, right? Are they at
Forever.
that age now? What would the Democrats do if a man born in the United States, grew up in China, came back to the United States to run for president? What would the Democrats do?
Probably elect him.
Yes, they would overwhelmingly vote for it because it would make them feel good.
Yep. It's all about the feelings.
Yeah, instead of, hey, maybe this guy was sent by the fucking Chinese Communist Party to tank this economy and turn us communists too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I have an update on this. Oh, well, it's
yeah, I
on
got
there
it's right
too.
under it.
Yep. So we had this U.S. soldier who married an illegal person in the country, and he took her
Oh,
on base to try
they
to
were here.
get her ID and get her rolling deers and all that, and ICE arrested her.
See, I didn't see the whole thing. I thought she was here legally, but not
Nope. She
permanently.
applied for the thing that Obama was all pushing, the Dream
Dream
Act
Act,
thing. Yep.
but never went through.
No, it never got approved. Um,
I was under the impression she was even
and
here on
these
a
two
visa.
fell in love, and previously back in the day, if you were in the military and you married an illegal, ICE
They let
like
him. They let him stay.
they let him slide, they let him stay,
Well,
it wasn't a big
how
deal.
many soldiers came back with Korean wives? Let's be real.
Tons. People came
That
back
was a
with
big
Filipino
and
wives,
Vietnamese.
Yeah, all of
It
them.
was
Yeah,
it's a real thing.
it is.
I remember being disappointed when I found out it wasn't actually sideways.
Whatever.
So, you never heard of the sideways pussy?
Uh, yeah, I never believed it, but
I
no.
know, but it was
But so the ICE did finally, after political pressure, they've agreed to release the wife, the newlywed wife, but she's going to have an ankle bracelet, and
they're
she's
making
a
sure that
basic,
they didn't do this just so she could stay in the country, basically.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
If this is real, we're gonna let it slide because you're, active duty. But if this is just so she could be in the
Well,
country,
but they're also doing their job, under the law too. It's like, hey, we got to follow through with all this shit. It's something that the Biden administration lacked immensely on. They were like,
they
hey, if
like to
you're
skip
illegal, come
steps.
on in. We don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a very real thing for these guys to go overseas and come back with wives.
But I don't think he even did this. This guy is a fairly new U.S. soldier. I think he met her here in the U.S.
Yeah, well, that's why I know you said she was here illegally. Like I said, I didn't read the whole thing. I assumed she was here legally, got married, and then her tourist visa expired kind of
No.
thing.
She was not. She wasn't even here under DACA. She applied for DACA but never got approved for it. Her parents brought her here illegally.
That is a tough one. And she probably got lucky because she married an enlisted guy. And that's exactly what I'm saying is they just have to make sure this is actually a marriage and now not just so she doesn't get sent to Mexico at 30 years old, doesn't speak a lick of Spanish,
Right. Yep.
Okay, where's MacDill Air Force?
Florida.
Yeah, okay. I knew that
Panhandle of
answer.
Florida.
Actually knew that because I read this, but I've never heard of this air base before. I think we
Apparently,
might have
they've had
mentioned it.
many bomb threats in the last few weeks. They've actually evacuated all the base housing on Thursday.
I remember talking, or maybe it was a different place, but I swear we just talked about something similar at a military base in the United States.
Probably. This seems to be
That
like a common thing these days,
that's
Let's
a
call in a
bad
bomb
sign.
threat and see what happens, It's
Bomb
like
threats were
testing
the
the system.
90s. Bomb threats were the 90s, though. Now
Right.
they actually place bombs. You know what I mean? Because I remember
Yeah.
bomb threats. Like it was a thing.
Oh yeah, I lived through it. I was around in the 90s.
Yeah. Two of them now, I believe, right?
290s?
Yeah, the 18 and the 1990s.
Fuck you.
Are you you're Gen X or are you
I
boomer?
Gen X.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Yeah, boomers are like 60 to 80 now.
Yeah, I'm not 60 yet.
Yeah, my father's in the 70s. He's like right in the middle of the curve, which is interesting. He was the firstborn of 11. 11.
That's crazy.
Jeez Louise. He's got 10 brothers and sisters.
How many of them are still alive?
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, he's the eldest. He's in his 70s. He hasn't spoken to one in probably 15 years, and not by lack of trying. He apparently my uncle Chuck is like me and doesn't hate his family. In fact, loves his family, but knows that he can't be around his family all the time. And yeah, he just disappeared and fell off the grid, kind of like I
Right.
did.
It happens.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not because I hate my family, but I can't be
Deal
around
with your
them all
family.
the time.
Right.
Huh?
Can't deal with them.
No, I can, but just not. When I was up in Massachusetts, any given weekend, there'd be 30 people I'm related to at my fucking house.
Hmm.
While I'm out working in the yard, raising property value, making it the way I want to have my property be.
Right.
They're having a fucking pool party in my pool and using my grill, burning my gas,
Yeah,
pointing at me and laughing while I'm working.
I understand.
And it got to the point where I was like, this is why I left the first time. I was like, granted, it was because I joined the service, but I didn't go right back, you know?
Yeah. No, no. I got the same issues here in Michigan, so
It just drove me nuts. And I'm like, you're in my pool that I take care of. You know? You know you're at my house, you're using my grill.
do not
And you're
care.
laughing at me because I'm sweating my ass off, putting in a fence, it,
Right.
through the forest where there's vines. It's funny, actually. I spent 3 weeks building a table that I started forging on.
Hmm.
Uh, and every weekend, everyone was over at the pool doing the pool party thing. My uncle finally asked me a question. He's like, "What are you doing over here?" I was like, "You've been doing this for a while." I was like, "I'm building a table." And he's like, "Why is it taking this so long?" He's like, "Because I want a very sturdy table that I can slam a hammer on. That I can handle it knowing how much force I put on it." He's like, "Yeah, but," he brought up screws and everything. But anyway, the moral of the story was he didn't understand what I was trying to build, nor what it was supposed to be able to handle. I ended
Hmm.
up drilling holes in the sides of 2x6s, putting glue in them, and then putting a dowel in between them to hold the boards together like 3 different times across the length of the boards to make a big old table that weighed like 200 pounds. He was thinking I could get like a kitchen table that I could just screw together that would do the job.
Right.
He had no idea what the work was going to put out. But he's also a musician and an artist and always has been, which is cool. Tons of fun at a party. He can hear something played, then play it back on the guitar. You know?
Nice.
Yeah, that's a cool party trick. Plus, he can always play. He's great. He just had no idea how things get made or where they come from. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's the issue with communism, dude. If you're gonna get paid the same amount of money no matter what you do, then everyone's gonna be a fucking artist, aren't they? Who's
Yep.
going to want to work hard and build the railroad?
Nobody.
Yeah, and until you're told you're building the railroad, you know? Fuck, for real? If we were under something where we got paid no matter what, same amount as everyone else, we just had to do something, this would be our job, wouldn't it?
Yep.
And we would put more effort into it, sure, but
Oh yeah.
this would be it. It's like, why would either one of us do anything else if I could just fuck off and get drunk with my buddy, you know,
Exactly.
and get paid for it?
Yep.
Oh, ah, the automatic registration for the draft is about to be put into action.
Yep.
I'm
In
surprised
December.
it's I'm surprised December, not January 1st.
You'd think that'd make more sense, but
This is what you would expect.
yeah.
But this is only men, right? They're
Of course.
not doing
No women.
I'm actually kind of surprised that your true hardcore feminists aren't pushing for this to be required to register for the draft. The ones that don't actually do any of the work that they want women to do
Right.
and refuse to touch, but demand women do it. Those are the type I expect to be saying, yes, we should be a part of the draft. But like, let's be real, even your most modern feminist doesn't want to work at a coal mine. She wants a
No.
fucking corner office in an air conditioned building.
Making $100,000 a year.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen the Whatever podcast?
No.
No, not even like clips of it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Basically they have stupid women on, but he swears that these are just average people that just offer to come on his show. And oh my God, the stuff they say. Like these women are like, oh, I expect my man to be at least 6 feet that I'm gonna marry. He gotta make at least $500,000 a year. And she goes on and on and on. And the guy, the host of the show, is just sitting there like, you're talking about less than 1% of the population.
Exactly.
It's like you think you deserve less than 1% of available males. And she goes, yeah, look at me. And he's like, you weigh 240 pounds. And like, no, I'm a 10. And he's like, out of who? And she goes, out of me. And it's always what is these women, he actually has these women rate each other physically, which I think is crude, but that's what he does. And they all give each other's like 9 and 10s. It's like, well, I think I'm a 10. It's like, really? Then like, who are the hot women then? Like, what? They're 10s too? Anyway, it's just these people will distort reality around
Right.
themselves to be able to believe what they want to believe. Oh, shit, I'm sure you've heard plenty of this shit where they read like Obama or Biden quotes to people and tell them it's
Yep.
Trump, and they tell them how only a Nazi would ever say that. No one else would ever do it. Like, oh, it's Biden. It's like, well, it made perfect sense under Biden because it's like, you just said only a Nazi would ever say that.
Right.
Uh,
So that makes
and
Obama a Nazi.
yeah, but they find a way to weasel out of it. I think you shared this next one, Brian. I'm glad you did. Maybe I did. I'm not sure.
I
But I'm
did.
glad you did because we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, because I did go through SEER school.
Yes, and the whole pilot down is what Cedar School is designed for, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically search, evasion, rescue, escape. So they teach you in the school to evade capture as long as possible.
Uh, yeah, I thought it was very neat that
And I know we
guys-
talked about it on the last show that we thought the weapons officer had been recovered, but obviously he hadn't because he didn't get recovered
leaker.
until like Sunday.
Yeah, the leaker. I'm sure you heard about that, right?
Yeah.
The person was like, we have one pilot back. There's still another one out there. That's when Iran put out a bounty. And it's like, who the fuck told the news that there's still a pilot out there?
Luckily,
Uh,
he crash landed in an area that was not a fan of Iran.
Correct. And what he climbed to like 4,000 feet altitude and then activated his beacon to be found. With a wound. He was bleeding
But
the whole time.
I did hear that people like locals helped him survive too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what's crazy is the Western world is like, oh, what the fuck you doing in Iran? But every nation around there is like, something needs to be done, and they're all in on the fight. And it's fucking crazy. And I will point out too that I'm hearing a lot of Trump promised no new wars. Correct. It is a little disappointing, but even before Trump ran for office, when he was criticizing Obama, when he said I might run instead, he was talking how Iran could never get a nuclear weapon,
Right.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like
He's the one
this
that
is
killed the
why he
nuclear.
started to run for
He
president.
killed the nuclear agreement that Obama put in place.
Because it let them get a bomb.
Yeah.
Do people understand this? The end result of the nuclear agreement with Obama was Iran could eventually have a nuclear weapon.
Yep.
I don't think people realize that because
I don't either.
I've heard a lot of people say like, that's not true. It's like it absolutely is. It was supposed to take 15 or 20 years,
Yep.
which would be about now, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Oh my God, it would be about now. And they've already shown us they could fire a missile semi-accurately further than they had let us believe. They could hit Great Britain, couldn't they?
Uh-huh.
If they could hit Diego Garcia.
Yep.
So why aren't the British getting concerned about this?
Because we're involved.
Because we're gonna do it for them, and they can act like they're fucking high and mighty.
Yep.
Here's the question: if we do leave NATO, hypothetical, what would it take to get back in? Like if they called you a bluff kind of thing and you got to do it, what would it take? One, what would we have to do first in terms of like time away from NATO and not helping people? And then what would NATO demand of the United States to get back in?
I think if the United States leaves NATO, NATO collapses.
You think it just falls apart immediately?
Yep.
Within a couple years anyway.
Yep.
Really?
Because if you look at Trump's initial demands that everybody puts in 2% of their gross GDP towards NATO, and most of the countries did it except for Spain. That's only 2%. How much do you think we're spending on our gross national production towards NATO?
Gross domestic product.
Yeah. It's more than 2%, I guarantee it.
It's way, way more. We spend more money in the military every year than the next 14 countries combined. You know that, right?
So I really think we pull out of NATO within 2 years, NATO's gone.
You don't think they're gonna have a little? Maybe it falls apart and becomes a different like European alliance.
No,
you just think it's
all these European countries are too focused on their social products.
So what you're saying is if we leave, World War III will break out in Europe again, and the United States will only get involved again once it involves the United States.
Yes.
Wow, that's bleak, dude. But isn't that what's happened?
I think it needs to happen, though.
Well, it's happened twice before, right? The United States
and
tried to
Europe is taking advantage of the United States right now. They've been doing it for years.
Absolutely. The entire world is. And I get it. the entire world has to use the American dollar to buy oil.
And more.
Yeah, I know, not legally anymore, but for the most part, they're still using it. That's the only reason why our money has our dollar has
I
any
thought we're
value.
using stablecoin now.
What's stable coin? I know it's a crypto thing, but
It's also U.S. backed.
the, the fuck? Oh my God. I don't know, man. Now I'm starting to regret selling my silver. You know?
I haven't sold mine yet.
You got what, 2 ounces?
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, dude, if you sold it now, you would still make like 300% profit
So
on it. You know that?
stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency designed to stay at a stable value, usually pegged to something like the U.S. dollar.
Yeah, so it's tied to the US dollar.
It's not volatile like Bitcoin.
No, but it's tied to the US dollar, which is volatile.
Yeah.
It's the same. That's the what we need is some kind of cryptocurrency tied directly to the amount of gold that is known about in the world. And so there's only so much to go around. That's how we're gonna do this. It doesn't have to be gold. It could be iron. It could be aluminum. For all I fucking care, it has to be something
Right.
that has a finite number. Yeah, just my opinion.
Yeah.
Not like I've ever studied hyperinflation or anything, or bought $100 trillion bill for $5.
Yeah, you lost it though.
I know. And like I said, you can still get them with like $50 now.
That's too expensive.
I know. I know. When I bought it, when I didn't even buy it, I actually legitimately traded $5 for 100 trillion Zimbabwe dollars. Like it was legal tender at that point. Shit, I really regret losing that. That was really cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember coming on here like I'm 100 trillion now. Check this out.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, what is that good for? I was like, oh, I could buy like a Snickers bar. Um, oh yeah, they were gonna overhaul the USS Boise. It's
hmm
a it's a sub. I believe it's a nuclear fast attack. It's not a boomer, but I might be wrong.
Well, it's super old sub.
Yeah, they're gonna overhaul it,
They're
which
going to spend $3 billion on it to overhaul it.
three billion?
hmm
Jeez, what does a new one cost?
Less than that.
Seriously?
Yeah,
How long does it take to build a new this sub? You know what I mean? Is it gonna be 3 years?
probably.
5 years? Is it
Doesn't
worth?
matter.
But yeah, they canceled it because of what's costing to like basically replenish the arsenal,
Yeah.
which is something that I was concerned about with all the shit we were giving and selling to Ukraine.
hmm
Look, how come no one else has brought this up? They're making it sound like, oh, he needs all this money to replenish the our weaponry. It wasn't all dropped in Iran. Most of it was dropped in eastern Ukraine and western Russia. Do people know this?
No, they do not.
Eh, oh, oh my God, dude. Like, okay, no, not everyone should vote.
Nope.
If you have no idea what's going on, then you shouldn't vote. And you know what? I've known plenty of people that actually do not give a shit about any of this, and they intentionally don't vote because of that.
Hallelujah.
And I was like, no, I respect the fuck out of that. I was like, that's awesome that you can just pretend it's not happening and not get. But it's like, and you're smart enough to not get involved, think you're gonna
Yeah.
make things better with your uninformed view. And let's be real, like everyone's basically born Democrat. Everyone wants everyone to have everything until you
Yeah.
realize that that's not how the world works. Was it Churchill? It, if you don't vote Democrat, you don't have a heart, and if you don't vote Republic or conservative, you don't have a brain. And
Sounds like
it was,
Scarecrow.
huh?
Sounds like Wizard of Oz.
Mm. I know those weren't the words he used because they don't have the same parties over there, but oh yeah. And now the Dems are all butthurt about this blockade of oil into Cuba. Um, I don't
Why?
care. I don't know. I don't care. Well, Cuba has had plenty of opportunities to join the fucking modern world.
Well, and I mean, Trump has let a couple of tankers in recently.
Yes, to make sure that fewer people die.
Yeah.
But man, they were Russian too, weren't they?
Venezuelan.
Venezuelan. Oh, like I had said before, we secured the oil in Venezuela before we dealt with Iran. But no, Cuba's had plenty of opportunities to join the modern world. They're right there. Uh,
They don't want to.
why? You guys could be prosperous. Dude, do you know how much money they can make on tourism?
They already do.
Yeah, kind
Only
of.
U.S. citizens aren't allowed to go there. Everybody else, every other country in the world goes there.
Yes, and U.S. citizens are the tourists that people want because they spend a ton of money. And you know this as well as I. No matter how much someone hated you in a foreign country that you visited, they loved your American dollar, didn't they?
Yep.
Cuba could be wealthy. They could have cars. Then why are they still driving fucking 1950s cars instead of Toyotas? How's that?
They like them.
They like them. They're rebuilding these things out of fucking soda cans. You know that, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Is I got a feeling that like even Japan's not selling them cars, or else they'd all be driving. Or either everyone's so poor they can't afford shit, which means they're not doing it right. Oh Jesus Christ! Did you read this shit, Guapos shit?
Which one?
The next one. It was a
No, I started reading. I got bored with it.
it was a fucking story, not an article, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it pissed
Yeah.
me off. But moral of the story: Keir Starmer has no balls. Um, they were supposed to do something about a Russian oil tanker they had sanctioned,
Yeah.
and he sent the Navy to go check it out. And then they found a Russian frigate next to it, and they backed off like bitches.
Yeah.
And yeah, this story is about a guy from a guy on the ship, and it just UK completely bitched out. You made promises, and you just said, "Nope, I'm not going to stop you." That just means they're going to do it again, doesn't it?
Yep.
Uh, well, this is interesting. Hong Kong is forcing. It says U.S. tourists. They're forcing U.S. tourists to reveal like their
Their iPhone
phone
passwords. Their
password
phone
and
Yeah.
all that shit. But it's not just U.S. tourists. It's literally everyone.
Yeah.
So if Hong Kong wants to do this,
Coming from China.
huh?
Hong Kong's part of China, so Hong Kong's not forcing this. This is China doing this.
Well, they just don't fucking go there if you don't want to let people enter your phone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, what? Let me play the Democrat card here. What are you trying to hide?
Exactly.
If you have an issue with people looking through your shit and you didn't do anything wrong,
Or
why would
remember,
you have a
China's got a social score where they decide whether you can move about the country or not, based on your social media.
social credit score?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, and it's how many likes you get, basically, right?
Mhm. Hmm.
And that decides how much liberty you get.
Yep.
What the fuck, dude? It's like, yeah, you could be a fucking angry old man, but you have to stay where you are. You're not even allowed to go visit the capital. You
No,
know,
not at all. You're not allowed to leave the country.
they can't even move about in their own country.
Nope.
Sheesh. And you know what? I haven't heard of any of these people that are leaving the United States. I haven't heard about a single one of them going to fucking China. Have you?
Nope.
No, it's usually white countries or Mexico. And then they find out Mexico is even worse than fucking Great
United
Britain
States.
in the United States. Uh all right, so this China had the new carrier. Is that that's their only flat top, right?
I think so.
Yeah. It was a big deal when they put it out. Um they've got some kind of new like weapons tech on it or something, but what got me was it had something to do with orbit. And I was like, well, the United States Navy can do orbital weapons.
They got a
Uh
new hybrid air and space-based defense system.
yeah, Ronald Reagan Star Wars, right? I thought we agreed as a planet not to do this.
Well, Russia, China don't care.
Does that mean we have to now?
Nope.
What about rods from God? You ever heard of this weapon?
No.
Oh shit, this will blow your mind, dude. They haul up a several telephone pole size hunks of tungsten. Very heavy, very dense metal.
Sounds like
Uh,
something Superman would do.
well, no, they haul it up into space in a satellite that just orbits the planet, and they do this with several of them, and they just drop it from orbit, and at terminal velocity, the sheer weight and mass of this thing hitting the ground has the explosive force of a nuclear weapon. Fucking terrifying, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's the size of a telephone pole, so it might even be hard to find on radar.
Radar.
Just falls out of the sky and a city is gone. This is something that we had looked into, but then the world said, "Hey, we're not going to put weapons in orbit." And apparently,
China
China's
will.
going to. Well, if China's is that what we're watching fall out of the fucking sky? It's not a hunk of that giant space rock. Are we having fucking fights with China in space over weaponry? We shoot down their new weapon system in orbit, and it falls to the earth and burns up. Is that what we're seeing instead of space rock?
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about. We've been talking about the fireballs a lot lately, haven't we?
Yeah, and the solar flares and all that.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about specifically about the stuff falling out of the sky.
I'm still waiting to see the Northern Lights in Michigan.
Um, use your cell phone if you're told you're supposed to be able to see them. Your camera will pick up stuff that your eye might not be able to see, but it'll
Yeah.
show up on your picture. I did the same thing in Massachusetts. I was like, I see some purple, some green. I took a picture. And I was like, oh fuck, that's a
Yeah.
crazy picture.
Yeah.
And that was in Massachusetts. I got to see the Northern Lights. And by the way, that supports my theory that the freaking poles are getting ready to flip.
Oh boy.
Why are we seeing the Northern Lights as far south as Virginia, dude?
I'm not in Virginia.
I know, but we've had reports of it. Tell me, man, if these poles flip, there's a chance the Earth flips on its axis 90 degrees, which would explain a lot of stuff, to include the Great Flood that we hear about in every religion, right? And It would explain why we find mammoths frozen in ice with wet vegetation in their stomachs. And the glaciers in Indonesia. Do you know Indonesia has glaciers?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a tropical climate, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The mountaintops have ice, like glacier ice, not just ice, like glacier.
Ice, baby.
Well, and if the Earth shifted 90 degrees when the magnetic pole flip happened, that would explain why the glaciers are there because it was covered in ice. In the mountains, it's going to melt much slower. I'm just everyone's talking global warming. I think this shit is all leading up to a magnetic flip, and I think a lot of the world is going to drown.
More than likely.
Oh yeah, I actually checked out a cool design someone did with altitude and everything. Parts of West Virginia are actually safe from the flood because of the Appalachian Mountains.
Okay.
Like, won't be touched at all, but most of the world will be underwater for days. And I was like, holy fuck. And that's assuming that then you also have to not just the earth spinning around, you have to account for the immediate melting of ice. Is what was the axis, or what was the northern south pole is now the equator, you know? All right. So back on topic, the supreme leader, we've
The new
only
supreme leader.
yeah, and I could have is saying, but how many sons did this guy have?
I don't know. But they're saying this is the gay son.
Yeah, the one that was allegedly flown to Russia and lost his
But
leg.
now, but this article says he's still in Iran be- doing medical treatment. So I
But
don't know.
unconscious the whole time.
Yeah.
Who cares?
He's obviously not in charge if he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Somebody else is
And
making the decisions.
oh, they signed the ceasefire, didn't they?
Yeah, and then they broke it almost immediately.
Well, with Israel, there was no Israel was bombing them too, to be fair.
Well,
I got
it's
I
all
got
about
enough criticism.
Lebanon.
I'm just saying that they were talking about a basically a toll system where the United States and Iran both get a cut of anything moving through the Strait of Hormuz.
I don't even care about that. Just open up the straits.
Well, but this not only would this help Iran a lot in general with the legitimate business, but the United States would bring in billions of dollars a year too.
I mean, even though we don't get our oil through the Straits of Hormuz, our oil prices and gas prices have went up dramatically since
That's
this
just
all
because it's
happened.
less available to the world.
But
So
we got
ours
we're not dependent on anybody else in the world to do it. We got our own shit.
correct. But you know as well as I, Brian, that we are saving that for the end of the world or the end of oil.
I hope so.
Well, we let all this affect us when we could. We haven't drilled Alaska once, have we?
Not recently.
Not recently. I don't think ever.
Yeah, we have. Why do you think Alaska has its own like fund that
That's
pays all the Alaskans up there
that's
for
right.
oil every
There's a
year?
couple of derricks up there. You're right. But
I'm
for the
more than a
okay,
couple.
yeah, you're right. But we said we're not going to tap Alaska like we
That's
could.
because Biden shut it off to the world.
Well, no, it was because we agreed many years ago that we're going to save Alaska, and there's another state full of oil too. I can't remember until
Texas?
yeah, Texas. We're mining hard though, aren't we? There's another state like Montana or something that's sitting on a ton of oil. And we said we're gonna wait till the world runs out of oil, and then we're gonna have oil, and at least we'll be 2 steps ahead of everyone else when it comes to figuring
I mean,
out
if it
what
comes
to
right
do
down to
next.
it, we can go back to fracking, and we got millions of states that have oil we can get from fracking. You know, once the oil prices go way back up, and it becomes profitable again.
Yes, we have tons of oil. That's the point. We're trying not to use it. We're trying to buy from other people in general. So we still have oil. And fracking is usually natural gas that you're getting out of that.
You get oil
And
too.
yes, but that's because the natural gas is a byproduct of the oil. So the idea is you pull the gas out when you break the earth up. Uh and not necessarily touch the oil, but maybe get the gas out before you get the oil, you know? I could have sworn we had more there, no?
We talked about it already.
Yeah, all right.
We've been going for
Fetterman.
like 3 hours.
I know. Fetterman. We've been talking about this guy a lot lately. Yeah, he's like the only sound-minded Democrat.
Yep.
Apparently he pissed everyone off his view on Israel, which I'm not even sure what that was, but apparently it caused some kind of fracture with the Dems. Maybe it's that, hey, don't kill all the Jews
Right.
because you don't like Netanyahu. But now there's rumors that he might run
Go
Republican next.
independent.
Well, I saw he might
Independent or
run.
Republican.
I saw Republican, maybe independent. Do you
I
think even
think
as
I think if he runs either way, he's gonna win again, you know?
you think
Because
so?
yeah. Because he is only his whole philosophy is old school political philosophy. He's only doing what he thinks is best for the citizens
His
of
constituents.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, and he ran on the working man because
Yeah.
he was a working man, right?
No, he wasn't. But his parents were.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
he
that's
ran
what he
on
ran on.
helping
He
the.
ran on the working man ticket. And the Democrats, I hate to say it, are not the working man anymore.
No, and not for a long time actually. Uh, I
That's why I
don't
don't
know.
talk about politics with my dad anymore, you know, because he was in the union and he thought Dems were the way to go all around, you know.
But it's changed so much.
It has, but he don't know that.
Yeah, I tried to tell my father the same thing. He's probably younger than yours,
There he is.
but I was like, your average Democrat these days doesn't have to scrape the grime under their fingernails after a day of work.
Right.
And he's like, oh yeah, right. And I was like, yes, I'm not kidding you. They all, and it's like plenty of Republicans that work from home. I was like, your average Democrat either works from home or sits in an office and
Yep.
does that. They're not in the coal mine. They're not drilling for oil. They're not fishing. They're not
Uh,
slaughtering cattle for uh to feed the people, you know?
right.
Haven't been in a long time. And the thing is
Nope.
they think they can vote this kind of life away. Yeah, but this is where your food comes from.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, should there actually be a civil war? God forbid, in the United States again. These heartland states are just going to stop shipping food to the blue states. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not in a blue state anymore. Well, technically I am, but we got a lot of farms and a lot of produce here, so I think I'll survive.
No, it should have come down to it. Michigan's going to pick the side of the people that can survive without the wealthy coastal people.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be pissed off about it, but they're going to say, hey, we can feed ourselves.
Right. I can
'Cause
hunt,
that-
I can fish here.
yeah, not even that. We have farms. You can still go to the grocery store, and it's going to be far. It's not going to have to go to fucking Chicago or New York to get processed. They get shipped back to you. It's going to be fresh.
Right.
Your food quality will actually go up. if we cut the rest of the country off at this
And
point.
that I actually have people in the family that raise cows and raise pigs, and we're in the process of purchasing a pig when it's ready for harvest in here in a few months for ourselves.
Are you gonna dig a pit?
No, we're gonna like we're gonna take it to the processor and get bacon made out of it, pork
Oh,
chops.
completely butchered. Okay.
Yeah, whatever we want out of it, we're gonna
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
and
I know
put
what
it in
you're
the
talking about.
freezer and eat it as we go.
I know what you're talking about. My sister bought a half cow once, which I thought was
Nice.
weird, but
No, it's not
uh
weird.
I thought you meant you were gonna have a pig roast.
I could do
Like
that
dig
too, but I'm not planning on that. I'm planning on like
you ever
eating
done a
pig.
pig roast? There's a couple ways to do it, but personally, I think the best way is you dig a pit like 6 feet deep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
and
have
you
an
light.
excavator for that.
Actually, mine can actually do 6 feet deep.
I know it can.
But yeah, then you light a fire and get hot coals, and you cover that in palm leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I've seen it on many Hawaiian shows.
Wouldn't you love to do a proper pig roast in Michigan? Problem is, you
Um,
got to freaking cook the entire pig then, and anything left over, you have to figure out what to do with.
freeze it.
You know, you freeze it, yes, but ideally, you would have enough people to eat most of the pig,
Exactly.
or just get a smaller pig.
Yep.
Man, that sounds like a good time, doesn't it?
Does. Definitely does.
Well, you clearly eat pork if you're getting a pig.
Oh yeah.
The
I
wife
love my
won't touch the
pork.
stuff. The wife won't touch it. I'm like, oh my God, the tenderloin is the best cut of meat possibly out there.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that Smithfield out there in Virginia has already
Hmm.
cut down into like a dinner portion for an entire family. And it's pre-seasoned for me. It's great. So, and they give you instructions on how to cook it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about JP Morgan might be joining the predictions market. Uh
I know what that means.
like poly market and all that stuff. It's kind of like
I know what play
gambling and
market is. I've heard enough
yeah,
about it. You can
yeah, it's
basically bet on anything.
yeah, but it's not betting. You're buying stakes on an opinion, right? That's how they get around the gambling laws.
Right.
Uh Crazy thing is the what poly market says is usually what happens. So we'll see. I don't know what I think of this, but
Do you care about anything else in this?
I don't know. Your boy Hooker lost his
Only
wife
because
in
it's
the
a sailing thing. Yeah, this guy and this married couple, they bought a sailboat. They started sailing around the world. They made it to Bahamas, and then they
she
were
went missing.
leaving. Huh?
Then she went missing.
Yeah, she fell off the dinghy on the way back to their sailboat after a night at the restaurant slash bar. Apparently, the waves were really bad that day, and they
Washed
probably
away.
shouldn't even left the shore because of how bad the waves were. They only had an 8 foot dinghy and a small outboard motor. She had the the motor key hooked to her arm, so they say. So when she fell off the dinghy, the motor stopped working.
Yeah, he was SOL too, stuck in the dinghy.
Yeah, we had to paddle his way back to shore. Apparently, this is crazy. There's a lot of things that don't add up to this story
Well, he didn't go looking
because
for his
they
wife
they
first.
apparently they left the shore at like 7:30 at night, but he didn't make it back to shore until like 4 o'clock in the morning the next day to report her missing to the Bahama police or the Jamaica police, wherever the hell they were. I don't know.
Bahamas, I believe.
Yeah. So that's a long time to like not make it back to shore, even with paddles. You know,
I don't know if the waves are bad enough to wash her away that he couldn't even look for her. It might have taken him that
he
long.
said he threw her a life raft, and then he called her daughter up later on and said they found the life raft I threw over, but they haven't found her yet. You know, type deal. Apparently, there has been domestic abuse charges applied against the couple in the past too. So
So you're thinking there's a cinder block tied to her anchor or
I
her
definitely
ankle
think
at the
that. I
bottom of
definitely
the
think that.
ocean?
Yep, definitely.
Because otherwise her body would have washed up by now, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yep,
Which means it will in a couple weeks
probably.
when the water
He's already been arrested but not charged with anything. I don't know how long they can charge him with and not hold him for arrest without charging, but you know, we'll see.
and his name is Hooker?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I get it.
I'm into
Accident.
sailing, so these articles always pique my interest, you
Well,
know. So
drowning is a real threat with sailing. Let's be real. Especially if you're sailboat sailing,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, Brian, let's be 100% honest about your sailing habits. You go out into pretty decently deep waters,
Yep.
out into the river, right?
Chesapeake
It
Bay.
I would say into the isthmus. Strong currents. You use the wind to get through it as you drink beer, right?
Yeah.
Uh, a sudden storm could easily capsize your vessel in the isthmus, and you could be washed 80 miles in an hour.
No.
Depending on how the tides are moving and et cetera, you have no idea.
I got a 4-foot keel on my sailboat. It's gonna take a hell of a lot to capsize the boat.
Okay, not capsize then. You got tossed off because the wind shifted, the boom came around, hit you in the rib cage, and you got thrown off the side of the boat.
Okay.
Same idea. Now you have a nasty rib injury because you got nailed by the boom,
Yeah.
which, by the way, Tina still brings up to this day.
I'm sure she does.
Right in the face, dude. Right in the
We
forehead.
warned her. We warned her.
No, that's the crazy thing. She's like, I'm not mad at you. Because I didn't understand the terminology. I just wish you had used different words so I understood.
Get
She's like,
the
all I
hell
did.
down.
She's
Duck,
like, all
duck,
I did
duck.
was turn around and look and get nailed in the face by the boom. I was like, we yelled coming about.
Yeah, she didn't understand. I understand.
And that's the crazy thing is, I was not even a sailboat sailor, but I still knew the term. And it might have just been because of Navy training. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But I heard coming about and I bent right over.
Yeah.
I was like, you get out of the way of that thing.
Yeah.
Do people understand this? Do people
No.
understand how sailboats work?
Most people don't.
Yeah, it catches the wind.
Yeah. That's how we sail through that's how we roll around. Sailing.
Yeah,
I think that's our
yeah.
shit.
I think it is. I'm just curious. How many sails you got?
Sailor.
No, how many sails you got on your boat? Just
Two.
one, two. No jib.
I got a jib and a mainsail.
All right.